Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode number 73. I am your host, Ragebody, as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takumi on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and that Canadian guy on the bottom right. What's up, everybody?
Yo, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
So first off, thank you AKS for listening to this podcast, because instead of posting news after we record the show, you didn't right before.
I know.
Yeah.
So rare for us.
Let's get into it right away then. Music videos, and more music videos.
Music videos. Yep.
First off, the 50th single, full versions came out. Is it on sale already, by the way? It should be, right?
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
So
Is
what are the day one sales, by the way, from the 50th single? I'll look it up while we talk about the full versions. What do you think of it? Who wants to start?
I'm gonna start with the dance. No, I'm not. I'm leaving the dance song to Derek. I really like the under 70. I really like the under 17 Senbatsu's music video. It was really cute, and with the whole comic style and such, I was like, yeah, I can dig this. And for some reason, the whole Senbatsu itself worked really well together.
Okay.
It felt really cohesive for some reason. I can't really explain, but I like the video itself in any case. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll say it right away. The first day's sales, they had 1,048,400 copies sold.
Awesome. Way to
Awesome.
put Mayu out in style, man. That's
Oh,
good.
man.
No AKB Woda. Awesome.
Yeah, it's not a bad album. Well, album
Not bad
CD.
at all.
Yeah, there are pretty good songs on there. So you said the under 17. That's the comic style, right?
Yeah, the comic
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, it's like, again, Derek, you mentioned it. Lately, the songs have whoa, whoa, whoa in them. Of course, with Anklet as well. This one also is like Jan Jan and
Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun to hear, and I would say, yeah, the under 17 Senbatsu looks nice. It's a prominent feature of AKB, and it's fun. It's like a very good song to listen to, and maybe somewhere in the concert you have a little skit moment, and you can do that.
Oh
Song, I
yeah,
would say.
definitely.
All right. I will say, I think the one on the coupling song is my favorite. Is the Senbatsu with Komi in it and Seicha
Oh, right,
and
right,
Megu.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I really it's
So
just a
beautiful
very
song.
nice song to listen to, and visually it's pretty to look at. Of course, they're all in white, and they do a little mannequin stuff. That's fine with it. But I like the song. I haven't still heard the vocal Senbatsu. It's
Nope.
really hard to find, unless I buy
Yeah.
the Blu-ray edition.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually it'll come up, but till this day I haven't heard it yet. So keep hoping.
Well, maybe what they're trying to do is you have to buy 7 versions of the single, and you'll get like 1 minute for each single, just like
Yeah.
they're doing with the HK. Or never mind.
STU.
STU.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Still can't believe that. No, I agree. The Komi single is one of the highlights as far as the MVs go. It was just gorgeous shot beautifully the whole way through. I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah. What stuck out for you? But I mean, that's like the best timing in the world.
Oh man.
Really? Oh, really? You liked it that much? It was that good? Oh, awesome. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Right. That was a great opinion. Sure. Okay.
Oh man.
I mean, the timing is just, it's
Impeccable,
impeccable.
man.
There's our show and there's the Yayo show.
Yep. As
Unreal.
usual.
All right, well, Yayo, are you good now, or? Can you...
Sure.
that was incredible.
It's like, I'm
You couldn't
sorry.
plan that.
So this is episode number 73. You've been here for a while, and it's funny that your parents still have.
Still.
At the time, it's like, well, it's Sunday, and usually on this time, it's like he's always busy and talking. Maybe we should wait an hour or so till we
I
barge
know.
in. Nope, screw it. An open door and barge in. Go ahead, Yayo.
I'm going with Team 8.
Yeah,
As we expected.
the Yui focus, I would say. It's a fun song on that side.
Yes! Da-na-na.
Ooh, okay.
I'm like what? No words right now. I'm like, what the?
You're a little stunned. I get it. Well, you could do that too, but in this case, I think it's your parents that did it, so I understand. Yu is very prominent in that video, though, and that's not a bad thing because she's just so striking, like visually. The camera found her very comfortably in that video, I would say. Like
they always do that with Teammate. If they focus on someone,
they do.
Like a lot of focus. This is the #1 from Teammate currently.
Yeah, I totally agree. For me, two stuck out. Obviously, the dance and Batsu. Lots more Fujita Nana. I was so happy. I thought seeing Fujita was just a real joy. Because she's like one of my deeply loved AKB members.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous beyond words. And I also think overall, like just watching the whole MV, it's not like they did anything different with the remaining half or anything. It was just more of the same. But again, I like that whole MV to begin with. I like just about everything about it. So there was no more stuttering, thank God. But I would say like it was just more of a repetition, and that chorus again too it's the best. So I really like that song. I think I could get behind it. The bridge part wasn't as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. Like it really wasn't a bridge. It was like a mini bridge. So that was a little disappointing. They started to get a little bit like bass droppy there, and then they just stopped. And I was like, they should have went full breakdown. But it's okay because the dancing was cool. It was nice because towards the end they had each girl kind of doing like their individual dancing while the girls stood on the side, and it was just awesome. Like every girl got to show off her skills. So that was cool. The MV that really surprised me and the song was STU. I didn't like, not like is too strong. It passed in one ear and out the other when I first heard STU song. But here's the thing, I didn't hear the bridge part. Okay, that song had me going like crazy there. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, it's just a day of interruptions. That was a phone. Sorry. So, anyways, sorry about the point, and here I am making fun of you, Yayo, and then I got my own interruption.
Karma.
I know, karma, right? Total karma, like instantly delivered. No, I was gonna say, as far as this all goes, STU really shocked the heck out of me. They shocked me completely because it had this really cool build, and it kept building and building and building with the piano, and it was like do 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 do, and it was just it took me to another place, a place I needed to be with that song. So I got to be honest, the song itself is still nothing out of the ordinary, but that middle part made it all worth it. I mean, the video is just whatever, it's them putting up laundry. It looks like, I mean, they're putting up flags, but it looks like they're just doing laundry. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that middle part made it all worth it to me.
So
I could listen to that song.
What you're saying to me is the best part of the song is when the girls are not singing.
Yeah, musically it's but it's not a reflection on the girls singing. The girls singing are fine. There's nothing wrong with their singing.
Yeah.
I'm saying musically, for me, I guess as a musician, I'm always looking at it from the music end. That part was what was missing. They didn't. That's what I needed, because a good song for AKB, you gotta have a great verse, a great chorus, but you gotta have a middle part, something to make it so it's not so repetitious. And that middle part killed it. It was so good.
But for the rest of the song, it didn't pop. It didn't feel like this is really a powerful song or anything. And it's because the only one that has a powerful voice on the group was Nachan. Because thanks for today, I saw the Temon Deme no Namida, and it was Yumiko and Nachan. And every time Nachan sings, you can hear her voice, powerful.
Yep.
And then you hear Yumiko. She has a nice voice, but it doesn't extend out. So I think just go to vocal practice and learn how to really reach out for that voice, because it's still it doesn't reach out to the end. You don't hear the power behind the voice. I know she can sing, but it doesn't really reach out.
See, okay, I agree with you on some level. Here's the thing with that. With AKB48 as a whole, they always approach their songs usually with a chorus style approach. You know, the verses are usually one member or a couple members going in and out, depending on the lines. And then, of course, the chorus is a big chorus. You know, it's all the girls singing. I do think over the history of AKB, you've had girls stand out. Anytime Sayane is on a track, for example, Love Trip's a good example. Love Trip's Sashi's song, I didn't hear Sashi at all. I heard Sayane. Sayane crushed that song. And then also Tsubasa wa Iranai. Like, that's another good example. It's Mia on song, but it's Sayane. Okay? Her voice, it just kills other people. And then anytime Wasserman, when you heard Wasserman on some songs too, she also kind of stood out. And you could, and like Masada Yuka is another one that stood out enormously in the early days. But the thing is, when you look at a new fresh group like STU, they're still trying to find their voice, and then you have Nachan, who's already found her voice for years now. Of course she's going to stand out. I don't hold that against them at all, not even a little bit. To me, that's not what makes a song pop or not. It's the melody, it's the hook, and how well a girl sings it. Because if you even look at like Koisero Fortune Cookie, that song is a classic. It's an instant classic. But when you actually listen to the verse, the vocal deliveries are pretty subpar when it comes to like actual singing, but you don't care because it's perfect. It's a perfect melody. There's nothing wrong with that song. Not even one note is out of place on that song. And you could have a 5-year-old sing that song and it still sounds good. Versus SCU's song, to me, these are all like training songs to find their big hit. SCU didn't find their hit with this song. It's still not their big hit. But that middle part, musically, they found something. I think they found something they could build off of. Like big sweeping builds, you know, and chorus stuff. SCU could work off that. That could be something. You see my point?
I actually do.
That's what I'm getting. As far as chorus and stuff like that goes, I don't hold it against them. Some of these girls, they can't even sing. You know what I mean? And they need a lot more experience than just, what, 1 year, 2 years of being nothing, like sitting around waiting for their boat to get made. Which we saw a sneak peek of with Temo Demo. It's not a real boat, it's a backdrop. Their boat's a prop, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we waited for 2 years. A prop.
Alright.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Any other things on the 50th single though? I think we covered mostly.
Kado Ishishi is in the STU song. You know, like the unit Janken. Like they had this one part and like, oh, that's Kado Ishishi from one of the units that they form in Janken. So like, oh, Kado Ishishi.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's do that then. Let's talk about the that came out like an hour ago. The Janken. What is it, Yeo?
Oh, because that was perfect timing for me, I guess.
Oh, you made a segue. You're proud of it. Okay. Yes, you made a good segue, Yeo. 73 episodes, everyone. Okay. Yeah. So the Janken FairyWink short versions and long versions of the CD came out, and let's go with the main one, the winner, the FairyWink full version. What's the title of the song actually called? That's
Tenshi wa doko ni iru.
Oh, there we go.
Angel.
This song is weird but catchy at the same time, I would say.
I actually quite like it, actually.
Yeah, but their expression, I've now seen a live version of it and of course the music video, and for some reason the way they express themselves, it's just...
Well, but you have to say though, Aramaki Misaki has always had that look.
She's all, yeah.
That's like that.
True to form there. The other girl I didn't know so much about. What I switch a bit. Okay, I'm sorry, but this song rocks. This is a great song. But here's why I like it so much. It's literally a rehash of like 5 older AKB songs. I was trying to get the names, and I'm sorry I didn't have enough time to look. But seriously, it's basically regurgitation of other songs, but in a good way. It's not. I'm not criticizing. Like it's a total return to form. Like this song, if it had been put out in 2007 or 2006, I wouldn't even have batted an eyelash. I'm like, oh yeah, this is an AKB song. Like it has every single I swear AKS listens to us. I swear to God they listen to us because, like, what did I say? They need to go to return to form. This is a total return to form. Like, and I gotta be honest, I give him a lot of credit for that. The MV, it is what it is. Like you said, there's no emotion from Misaki, but I kind of expected that, so I'm not like disappointed by that. And the MV, it's cute, but there's nothing special about it to me. But I do like the dancing, and for some reason, anytime I listen to dance songs in the AKB world, it's just more interesting to me. Anything there's more of like a, that kind of a 4 on the floor beat, like it just to me it's just darker somehow, and usually it tends to be, but I don't know, there was something about the song, and I cannot think of the one song that it literally took a little bit of the chorus from, but I'm thinking I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, because the overall, did you guys like DX? Did you guys think it was good?
It was awesome, actually, in my opinion, the song itself. But when I saw the link on my Twitter at first, I was like, just this. Oh, this is interesting. A bit EDM-y, a bit upbeat.
Right?
Yeah. So I really liked it. I was
old school AKB. Old school AKB. What about you, Yayo?
I like the one that they perform in HKT better. Like I think this is better live.
Yeah.
Live, totally agree with you. When we watched the live link, I think live translates a lot better. I totally agree with you there. I could see going to a concert, and even if it wasn't HKT members that did this, but like let's say we were at Request Hour, and Request Hour, they tend to have other people do other people's songs. If I saw like 2 other girls do this, like I could totally get it. Like I can think for some reason Nachan and Megutan. Like for some reason I thought that would be a very interesting combi pair, or like Komi and somebody. Komi and Mion would actually be interesting.
Komi and Mion,
Yeah, and I'm not even a big fan of Mion, as you know, but I could just...
replace it with Saichon, and I would say, yes, okay.
Hey.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It was good. I'm actually pretty impressed with it, and I'm also impressed that they put out the full MV. Thank you, AKB, for listening to us, because... What did we say? What did you guys say, I'm sorry to interrupt.
So next time, what was we had to... say this, I think, from
4K,
Mr. Josh Box.
4K, yeah.
Next time, put it out in 4K. Like
but
all MVs in 4K.
I don't have a 4K monitor to support 4K.
You have an iPhone 10, sir.
It supports it?
That's a 4K screen, I think, yeah.
This guy works at Apple, he should know.
Alright, the other singles were on it.
I have a background check on Unjo Hirona from my big HKT fans. Like my friend is a big HKT, so they basically know what's happening in the HKT world.
Okay.
And like Unjo Hirona was actually like one of the finalists in the Hokkaido representatives. She was against Nagisa from Hokkaido, teammate. So like she was like either her or Nagisa. So
good for her. Then she was to HKT instead of teammate.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll get to that later about teammate news. But speaking for the Janken singles, then the runner-ups, they also have a shot of being on the single, and I think the first up was the unit of Kiss something something with. Yeah, Kikisa Tempura with Oya Shizuka, Miyazaki Mao, and Kitahare Rie. This song is fun to listen to, I would say.
Yep.
It's a very, little bit soft rock, I would say. It's a little tease to that. Only problem I have, and because I'm Dutch, the accordion Oya Shizuka has, and she's like posing with his like no.
Like brings back these nightmares. You start having like, get away, accordion nightmare. Yeah, no, I agree. It was a fun listen. I don't really care too much for fun songs in the AKB world because they're usually misses and not hits. But I would say this is definitely a miss. But it's not bad by any means. It's just there. The MV is cute. And what I really liked about the song in particular is each girl has their own distinct voice, and I didn't realize Oya's voice had such a different feel to it than she's always been background, she's always been chorus,
Very
and
bassy, is it right?
It's bassy, exactly. Like there's Mio and Riton, and they have pretty standard voice, and then Oya comes and it's like, hey, what's up, and you're just like, whoa, and it's like, but that makes sense because when I met her, she does have a very deep voice, and it does come across when you meet her. But I would say, like, as far as the MV goes, it's just nice to hear her voice. This is probably the first time in how many years like I've actually heard this girl. So I'm pretty happy with that part. And also Riton looks just hot as HE double hockey sticks in it.
Yep.
So can't complain there. She just looks like that cool bass. And you know what? It's funny she's playing bass because that's exactly what I see her doing. And like in my head, like if I were to make an AKB band, she'd be my bass guitar player. And I was like, oh, she's bass. That makes sense. So I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm getting the vibe of Zone actually.
Yeah,
This.
exactly. I was going to mention that.
That's probably what they were going for. I mean,
Yep.
that makes sense. But
Secret
it's
bass.
cool.
Yep.
Oh, I just every time I just hear Mal going like
Yeah.
so bad.
We needed Minigishi here, man.
Yeah.
Like Minigishi
man.
would have been perfect.
Okay. DX, do you have any opinion on it?
No, I just like the whole underground band style of the song, and it was really fun in any case. And yeah, I just enjoy listening to it, I would say. So it's more easy listening for me, and I like it quite a bit. So.
Very good.
All right, then we have the final song on it, and that's the one with the panda lady from SKE.
Actually, there are two songs left. Actually,
Two songs?
Yeah, two songs left. Yeah.
Futon.
Which am I missing? Because then I
Futon.
Fusai, the Fusai song. Abata moeka bo mo fuku wa ichi.
I haven't seen that, I would think.
It's a
Don't
bit.
worry, you're not missing anything. It's probably the worst song ever.
So there were 4 songs on
Yep.
the.
Yeah, there's 4. There were
Yeah,
4
they
songs.
released all of the songs.
They
Yeah.
released them all.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
The
So,
Fusai song.
1, 2. Oh yeah, the ice cream eating in a bathtub song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
I told you about it. Like ice cream, pandas, tempura, and fairies.
That's probably the worst
the
song
song-
though. I've seriously.
It was nice, but the video doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't fit, and it's like slow motion ice cream eating. It's like, okay, it looks nice, but the song, no.
No.
No, there is absolutely nothing right about that song. It's probably wrong on so many levels. I can't begin to talk about it, and I won't. But I'll just say it's sad that that's one of the last times we're going to see Fuchan. Is she's sitting in a tub eating ice cream. I think they could have did a little better for her. And also too, the song just sucks in my opinion. I don't think there's a single thing about it I could like nothing. Like I literally, it hurt my ears to listen to it for the 2 minutes they had it on. I was just like, oh, this is terrible.
Really?
Because it just sounds like it was written in like 1940. Like it just I hate when AKB does this whole nostalgia sound thing. Like it was bad enough with the accordion for their single. Now they're doing this. Like I don't know.
What did you just say? So you just hate the fact they're using nostalgia sounds, but you like when they do old school AKB sounds.
No, different. I'm talking
Contradicting
historic.
himself.
Yeah.
No. Okay, no. I don't mind if they do their old stuff, their return to form. I'm talking about music in general. Nostalgia.
like a big world. It's just not only
Yeah.
AKB.
When they're trying to like create polka music, like I don't need polka. I just don't. It's for 80-year-olds that want to remember what it was like to live when they were in their 40s. Like I just don't need it. And that's why I'm saying, like, when you have these great, like, Futon is so, like, cutting-edge, hip type fashion I could see her as, and they put her in a bathtub with ice cream and make it look like it's from the 1940s. I just, pass.
Okay. Then we can go to the final song, and that was the panda. Oh, pandas, panda.
Panda cult. The Panda cult. Yeah.
Panda clock, panda candle, panda stamps, panda outfit, panda Sherlock's detective outfit, panda letters. What is this song called? Permanently Panda in it or something?
No,
We love
Dare
pandas, I think.
ni mo iwanai de. No, no panda. No panda in the song title.
But yeah,
sorry.
she looked very cute,
Yep.
and the song is very nice. And I think from all of these songs, I'm excited for this one, the full version, the most, because I want to see like a story being developed
Oh, right.
later in that. Maybe at the end she finds a giant group with panda guy's mask.
The cult.
Yeah.
I was really, yeah, I was really hoping they would have went a different route. Like I was hoping they would have went like Portishead style with this song, or like something real trippy, and have like her surrounded by people in the panda, the mask, and like she's like a cult leader or something. Like, oh, they'll get real weird about it. But instead, they went very safe and cute and innocent, and I can't get behind the song either. So
It works. It's fine. I think
it works, but.
The Janken Taikai itself was, I think, the worst one ever.
Yeah, without question.
But the result of the Janken Taikai, for all the songs, they're pretty okay, I would say.
Yeah.
So there are multiple winners on this single than just normally the one winner. I think the best one is always will be AM Pressure, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know. I like Fujinana's, man. Minigashi Evidence is ridiculously good.
Yeah,
So-
but the success behind
And
it.
Jarina's is good too. Jarina's long
Yeah,
one
and
is
you know
incredible.
that Mariko is also.
I mean, they've all been pretty good. It's just the thing with this though, like FairyWink actually, like their song is actually something I could see being a staple. I could see it getting played more and more. But here's the thing I'm confused about, and maybe you guys can help me. I thought they were getting like their own thing, like they're a unit now. So wouldn't it stand to say they'd have more than just one unit song? Like I thought they were actually getting quite a few or something, like their own album. That's what I'm confused about. Like, so basically they're just a unit with one song. They're not going to have more, so the unit's not really a unit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
Like,
It's the same like last year. The Junken units that had that one song and it was pretty fun, but didn't work out.
all right. And so what
Depends on the
happened?
sales. I think it's going to depend on the album sales, I would say. So.
And when
Okay.
they perform the song, they'll still say, "Hey, we're FairyWink, yay!"
Yeah.
It is not like Tentomachu. They do multiple songs or releases, or yeah. You really want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I actually like instead of Migi Ashi, I like
Yeah.
the coupling song of it.
Oh, really? The one that.
Imama de
Yeah.
Doko. Imama de Doko ni Iru. It was the Chori song.
Yeah, Nakanishi. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the second verse.
Imama de Doko ni Iru.
With the giant pig mask.
Yeah,
Mascot
they
thing.
desperately wanted to keep Chiori to keep the mask on. I think in the video.
Hey,
Yeah.
we can't get enough of Chiori, so I'm
Yeah,
with
exactly.
you there. Like, more Chiori is a good life. But
Mm.
I would say overall, like the single or the Junkin, I think the FairyWink song and Oya's unit, those two are the only ones I could really kind of get behind. But I would say overall, I'm curious if FairyWink will actually be something, because if it's more songs like this, I would actually totally get behind it. And I actually think like they could do it, because Misaki, Irumaki, she has that very monotone expression, but that kind of fits in the dance world.
Yep.
So I don't know, like I hope they put out like 4 or 5 songs, have like a little EP, and then do their own unit thing with that, because I think that'd be cool. And also I'd give Misaki a chance to stand out. I don't know where she's at. I don't know. I can't remember her ranks in Sosenkyo.
I don't think she ranked. I don't think she
I
ranked.
don't think she's ranked, right?
Nope.
So this is a good chance for her to stand out in a way that actually could work. And that's why I'm hoping this wasn't a one and done type things. I guess, like you said, DX will probably end up with sales to determine that.
Yeah.
But I hope they do. I hope that we get like another like actual bona fide unit. That would be. I thought that was the whole point of it. So
If it's more than the NGT for single sales, then it's a success. I think.
Yeah.
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 No, but if I'm honest, if it reaches 10,000, I'll be impressed.
Me too. Me too,
It's
actually.
same with Furata Now's song. What was it called? In All Vice? All Vice.
Yeah. Always.
Have anyone heard it yet?
Nope.
No.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The sales were out, I believe, or she did reach her goal.
Yeah, she did reach it. Then.
Never heard the song yet, so
Mm.
that tells you something.
It tells you something indeed. Well, I think though at the same time though, Robin, you know, we again because we're limited in our international status to maybe be in the know with some of those songs too. I'm sure in Japan, if it's available even remotely on somebody's, you know, out there in the web, like somebody there will have it and talk about it, and it'll have its following before it even comes out. But with us, I think we tend to get things kind of second and third, you know.
To the book off. The book off. They're probably over
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
yeah.
probably there already, yeah. Being
Most
sold,
likely. Yeah,
resold.
most likely. Yeah.
All right. Anything else on the Janken singles before we move on?
Good job,
I
FairyWink.
think we've covered about everything I
Yeah.
can.
All right, let's get the sad news out of the way. Graduations.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
Hey, there's 2 NGT songs that came out.
All right.
You want to do that?
Right.
Go ahead then, yo.
Yeah, go for it.
The Nakai Rika song, you know?
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
jazzy one.
What do you think?
It gives you the vibe of like the old they call that the old mafia feeling they had in 80s.
Yeah, the big
80s?
brass thing. Yeah, 80s?
Was it
Mafia-
80s or
Oh, wait.
60s?
The 50s?
50s or 60s, yeah.
50s or 60s, yeah.
1950s were the mafia years.
Mafia, yeah.
50s? Okay. I didn't know.
Okay. But Nakai Rika is one of those members that got pushed way too hard. And I like her. She's fine. She has appeal. But you can clearly tell she couldn't stick with it. So it was like on a rocket, but then it fell down because she couldn't keep up with that amount of speed of saying, you know, saying that popular, I would say. So right now, Ogino is just reaching out there compared to Nakai Rika.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Ogi basically took point when it came to NGT and any girls in NGT when she blew us all away, ranking #1 at Prisa Senkyo. I think that catapulted her better than any of those other girls could ever been catapulted, just because that was a heck of an accomplishment. So Nakai Rika is now basking in the shadows of Ogi, unfortunately, because you were right. Up to that point, I thought NGT was primarily like Katsumina, and then Nakai Rika, and I guess Mahone, if you want to count the fact she had all that attention due to her supposed scandal that wasn't really a scandal, just people being stupid. But I would say like, no, Kappa kind of had like a bit of a draw too. But now when I put this out, I think it just further pushes Nakai Rika down, because I don't think this MV did her any good. And also my reasons why, see what I just said about, you know, the other nostalgic type song, you know, for Futon. Like, it's just, again, when I say nostalgia, I'm talking about like old American US style or world style songs. The video sucked, in my opinion. I don't like the song at all, because again, it just sounds like it was written 50 years ago. But I will say this, Nakai Rika, to me personally, she shines in it. She's gorgeous, and the camera did a really good job of emphasizing Nakai Rika's beauty. But I just wish, again, this girl, being the youthful girl that she is, they would have did something more reflective of who she is now. Like, it would have been more interesting for me to have seen her just walk through a mall than watch this video. You know what I'm saying? Just to see her be the weird Nakai Rika that she is. I mean, she is kind of out there. Like again, every one of these NGT girls are quirky and bizarre. They have something wrong with them mentally, and I mean that in a good way. They're all just out there, and why not showcase Rika's like weird, like eating food and crying in her showroom every other minute type like attitude. Like let's get that Rika on display, because this was her chance to be shining. And what do? They make her seem like she's a 40-year-old like cabaret singer. It's like, come on, like
when
that's not her.
when Watanabe Mayu did that at the Thank Giving concert 2 years ago, or last year, that was amazing, because you know, rolling the R's that she can do very good, and that was a really good style for her. And also, she's like an older woman compared to Nakai Rika.
True.
But by the way, did you guys see that short video they made with I thought it was Nakairika, Katomina, and I'm not sure of them, but Ogino was in there as well, and they had like this big like for boxing that you practice on, and they were just panning it like poop, 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 and all
Oh,
of a
that one.
sudden
Yeah.
Ogino just in and goes
Yeah. Bam!
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think I posted that. I think I posted that.
oh
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, Ogino is keeping herself relevant. She's holding on. She's still staying out of it's her character, but it's out of norm. She's standing out, and that's the difference. Nakai, she showed potential, but again, like what have you done for me lately? Thing is an order here, and I can tell it's like the Niigata no Friends show is still on. I haven't watched like in a lot. It's still fun to watch. I believe if Jonathan is watching, he probably will tell you, oh yeah, this happened this week and this week. But for me, when I try to watch the show, it doesn't stand out. It's yeah. So I hopefully she'll still learn. She'll have a comeback. But right now, if you had like invest some stock in her, it's just going.
Here's a way to fix that though, and it's a very simple fix. Give NGT a really funny variety program, something on the lines of like AK Bingo-ish, but or even Teammates Boom Boom, like if they did something like that, pair them with some really funny comedians that'll draw out the quirkiness, and I guarantee you, like Nakai Rika will probably end up being much more relevant because she will stand out. Mahone is gonna kill it. I mean, you were going to see the freakishness of NGT come out in a way that's going to make us all laugh and enjoy them like they should be. Because they got the looks, they can sing, all of them are great. They have, to me, the song of the year as far as AKB48 is concerned. I think this is what's missing, is let's showcase these girls' attitudes now and really lock us in, comes to Senkyo time, to not think about anything but NGT because these girls are so on our minds. Like, they remind me a lot of, like, second gen AKB, like first gen AKB, back when the AK Bingo days were just getting started. They have that appeal where they're not afraid to come out. Like even like that little demonstration set with Ogi punching the bag and stuff. Oh, yeah. Like it was random, it was kind of out there, but it worked. You remembered it, and they're all capable of that in their own way, and that's why I like NGT. I think they're the most capable group at this point. STU could benefit from this too if they have some capable members like that, because so far STU is just this blank slate to me, unfortunately. Kuka and Takino are really the only two that stand out for me, and I'm not counting Nachan, of course. But I would say if they can get a little bit more expression in their group, that's going to work. That worked for Team 8. Look what happened with Boom Boom. Team 8 came out. When I saw that, I instantly knew like 5-6 members like that because they were so funny. You know, and then we got to see Yamada Nanami even more funnier at that show, you know, with her, you know, the opie and everything. It's just, you know, it like further emphasized the girls we did know in Team 8 and their funniness. So NGT needs that. AKS, if you're listening, like we know you are, listen to that. Get them a show, like, immediately. Announce it. Come on.
Okay. So now can we move on, Yayo?
There's another one though! Another one!
Yep.
The full LV of Sugumins, you know? Otona no Maini.
Did you like it?
Yeah, because everybody's just randomly teleporting to Niigata. I'm like, what the heck?
Right?
It's like, I'm like, whoa! And like, Noebi is just funny in that video. It's like, Suga! Suga!
Yeah. I thought it was fun. I mean, I don't care for the song twist, but the MV was pretty fun. Like, I could watch it again and again, and I think I'd get something out of it. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Song is amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, I'm sorry, I watched them, and there's nothing more that I can add to that song. It's coupling songs, and it's pretty hard to... compared to AKB, coupling songs, they really, what you said, even though you don't like it, Derek, they're still trying something new, so we can have something to talk about.
That's true. Yeah.
But with NGT on that side, I don't know. It's they're still like, you don't have that many songs, so here, have a general song and try to work with it. So I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh.
I'm like, people just randomly stop. I'm like, what?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Okay.
Graduation announcements that have just happened on the 24th, I believe.
Yep.
Is that the first time ever that on one stage a double graduation announcement? Or have it happened before?
I think it happened before.
It's
yeah,
happened
And,
before. I'm fairly sure
NMB,
it
I
happened.
think they did. Well, still, two teammate members. They just had auditions for the other members
I
who just left.
know.
They're
Yep.
like, hey, I'm new to the group. Why are you leaving?
I know. Exactly. Wait, is this a bad sign? I'm joining and you're leaving? What are you trying to say there?
Yeah.
All right, so the two who are leaving is Mogi Kasumi, and I did laugh on Twitter. I think it was Boykun saying like, "Who?" from the Guardians of the Galaxy part when someone says, "I'm Star Lord," and he says,
Yeah.
"Who?" Yeah. Does anyone know anything about Mogi Kasumi?
Well, I know the reason why she is graduating, and it is apparently due to health issues. She's apparently in poor health, so that's why she has to withdraw. So,
Oh.
but for Hiroshi Natsuki, I actually don't know. So,
Ooh. What prefecture is he coming from?
Hiroshi Natsuki is Kochi, and Mogi Kasumi was Fukushima, I think. I'll take a
Okay,
look.
Fukushima then. Okay. Well, Hirose Natsuki announced that well, and okay, so Kochi prefecture, and she's the one with poor health, or that is Mori Momogi.
That's Mogi Kasumi.
Okay, and the reason Hiroshi is announcing graduation is that for
I
something?
don't know. I don't know.
Still, teammates. That's now a total of 5 members that have decided to go. You think it's now a domino effect? Can we say that? That a lot of teammate members are thinking, you know what, this group is not going the way I want it to be, so I'll leave.
I actually don't know. I hope not, but it's hard to tell. Hard to tell. I just hope everything is stable from now on. But then again, this is the 48 group we're talking about, so nothing is stable. I would say so.
47! 47!
I was talking about 48 group and not
Oh!
the
I thought you meant the total members.
Yeah.
No.
Would be funny. Derek, what do you think?
I wasn't too familiar with them. Mogi though, I've seen her in some different things. I want to say, and she was a little familiar to me. Here's the thing though, I think Team 8 is suffering again. They don't have their variety show now, so we're not seeing much of them. They were originally formed, of course, to be this like sort of, I guess, tie-in with what the truck company or whatever car company, and they kind of grew. Yeah, and they grew into something a little bit bigger than that, I think. And then, of course, we have some great members with them, between their win at Request Hour. They did Request Hour. Yeah. No.
Yeah, they did win.
Yeah, and then they won the sports festival, and I was thinking, oh, they have all the energy in the world, and then they've just as a group they've seemed to have kind of fizzled out. I mean, we're only seeing a few of their members on AK Bingo get any real spotlight, and I would say it's almost like Team 8, oh Yui, or and that's kind of not the direction I think Team 8 wants to go as a whole. I'm willing to think that a lot of those girls are probably thinking, what am I doing here? They're probably having that midlife crisis as a AKB member. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm not getting any attention. So, health can come in, or maybe they're just not happy in their performance schedules. Either way, I think that's overall maybe a little bit of a crack in the armor for them, but I don't think it's going to necessarily hurt them either. The big members of Team 8 seem to all still be doing okay, so I guess that's good. I don't know if it really means anything or not.
Alright then. I got a little distracted on the side because I'm also reading a little bit of news, and I'm seeing now from SKE48. Like, there's a clip, a 2-minute video, and I see Gotorada just crying her eyes out. You see Jurina there, Ryoa there. I believe Akarin is also there. And I have no clue what they're talking about, but Interesting. This. We'll get maybe to that later. Some Gotorara news maybe in the future.
I hope not.
Well, I understand she's getting a little frustrated. It's like, again, someone who was pushed very hard like last year, and what is she now doing? Her golfing show is somewhat there, or that's been taken over by Yukarin, who's learning how to golf and doing better and better, while the voiceover is Yokoyama Yui. Other than that, it's fine. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked on that note. But... Well, Team 8 will have auditions. They still have the obligation to keep those prefectures full. Just their timing is, I wouldn't say it's the best timing they had.
Nope. Not at all. Oh well.
Okay. We did have another, it's not a graduation, but
Nope.
it's a resignation from STU48's theater manager and kenning position, Sashi Arino.
Yep.
So this was expected, I would say.
Yeah,
saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah,
Yep.
when we first heard it, it was like, how is she going to pull this off? Being, of course, the #1 from HKT, her AKB group in
As
general.
well, yeah.
Theater manager from HKT. Her schedule with her own TV shows she still does. Her being the producer for Equal Love, that's doing pretty well. It just. You already showed, it's like, okay, they're gonna have the first concert. Where's Sashi? Not there. Was she in the first music video? Yeah, she was in the first music video, but not the second. So that was already like telling, this is not gonna keep up. And you know, the whole, we laugh about it, but it's still a fiasco. I would say the both thing, it's just not happening currently, and pardon the pun. It's like maybe Sashi feels it's a sinking ship. So she's going to jump ship, I think. But yeah, it's not a total loss, and I would say this actually is better for STU48 because the name Sashi is, it's pretty big and will help. But if Sashi is just not going to be, it's like those people who have made movies and it says produced by Steven Spielberg, but he didn't produce. He was just, for one scene, it's like, oh, it's fine, print it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Well, if you want to use the movie comparison, when people have those executive producer credits, 9 times out of 10 they have nothing to do with the movie. They just gave money, or they they might have had an opinion, influence, or something, or they use their connections to get the movie made, so they just want their name on the credits. I think if you compare that in the sense of what Sashi's doing, she lended her popularity to the group to get it more popular. I don't really personally think she needed to do that necessarily because, when you're an AKB48's name as itself is fine, but I would say in terms of, what Sashi did for the group, I didn't really feel the impact either necessarily. I think STU, though, I agree with you, needs to stand on their own feet. So this is a good step in that direction. Let's hope it, continues.
Well, Sencho Nachan will help on that side. Although, either, I really hope it won't happen, but either this should happen. If there's a shuffle coming up, either make Nachan a full captain and no kenning position out of Team 4, or make someone else the captain and let STU perform on its own. Because honestly, I do love that Nachan is there, but I don't think STU needs Nachan. If they really want to stand out, if they really want to become one of the part of the group, don't focus all your attention on already popular names.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to give Nachan like her own group. I totally agree with you there. But I think at the same time, yeah, I mean, how are these girls ever gonna stand out when they're competing with Sashi and Nachan's shadow? Like they will always be in those two girls' shadows. So while it was a cool idea, cool concept to put them in there, I think at the same time, I want to see STU. I don't know any of these girls. Like, I want to see them in the MV. Like, think about it. For every time Sashi and Nachan occupy a space in a video or a song, that's 2 less girls in SU that's going to get the spotlight. That's like, logically, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and poor Kuka is just never gonna get a chance. Never. She's gonna quit. She's gonna be like, "Boy, this AKB thing didn't work out. I'm just gonna go back to making YouTube videos and making money, or whatever." Because it's just, why is she even doing it? It's just silly to me. So SCU needs to like really find their voice, and I think now that Sashi's doing Sashi stuff, like they could really go full speed ahead with this, and I hope they do.
Yeah. So Sashi then went immediately to the other thing she had to go to. I think the HKT 6th anniversary stage.
Yep.
So I haven't watched it. Did you watch it then, DX?
I watched part of it, and it was really fun to watch actually because first generation members or former HKT members like Kanishi Chori and Tanimaka returned to actually perform in the stage, and it was really
Wish I
fun
would
to
have
watch.
saw that.
Yep.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you really should. It was a really fun stage, and it's when they did the self-introduction stuff again. It was nice seeing Nakanishi, Joey, and Tani do their own thing, and pretty much kill it. So yeah.
I'd heard about it, like, because the Tani fan club posted about that and everything. The one thing that I thought was really incredible about that was it kind of made me feel like if we're gonna have a shuffle, Tani's gonna go back to HKT because I think she's just languishing in SKE. Her not getting picked for the new Senbatsu was pretty crushing to her, I want to say, and she's already expressed her concerns about not getting picked for the last Senbatsu, for their last single. So if she goes back to HKT, I think it would be incredible to see happen, and it'd be cool if Chiori went back as well. But AKB's like really doing well with her. But I would say like if she did go back, I could see Tani thriving there really well. Plus, she'd probably like to go back home to Hakata. So I think that might be a good thing if it happens. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that was a sign of something to come for Tani, so.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm helping you out because it was really good to see Tani shine again. Because lately, I don't know, she seems a bit down lately for some reason. And,
well, of course she is. Because she's SK. She's like, she's another Kuka in that sense. She doesn't get used at all.
I saw 2 pictures of her on Twitter. She was dressed as a Woda. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's hysterical.
And also the completely other side is she showed like a little leg.
Yeah.
Just it's like, damn, is that Tani? It's like, well, yeah, it's still.
Look, my Oshi is pretty friggin' hot, but she plays it down. She's not the girl you would expect, but like I've seen like with some of her like past Gravier stuff where she actually has shown some skin. Like, the girl's got an amazing body. So I'm, my Oshi's pretty hot. She plays it down. But when I saw her at like the handshake event, she was sporting the skirt and it was like real tight, and she looked so womanly. I was like, Tani? I was like, is that you? Like, I had to do like a double take. I didn't even realize it was her at first.
Wow.
My Oshi is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, but there was some good news from the anniversary show. So the draft system is coming up.
Yep.
Every group is in there, and well, we have some Kenkyusei. Time to promote them. So 4th gen, you're promoted. Well, for what reason? Hey, party! They came out to the stage like, what is happening? I'm like, as if you don't know. It was so obvious. It's like, so now we have NMB, SKE, and HKT promote their Kenkyusei.
Yep.
And the second draft from AKB got promoted. When is the 3rd draft?
I think it was in January. I think.
January.
I'll take a quick look.
It was in December, right? So we have something on 13 December. We have that's Kohaku, I think. We also have. What do we have?
Yeah, it's January 18th. January 21. Sorry.
So okay, 21st. Yeah. So between that time, do you think we'll see 16 gen getting promoted?
That's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, no.
No.
It would be weird though. Like you have Kenkyusei and then you get another batch of Kenkyusei.
Yeah, exactly. But what I think will happen is they're gonna spread Team B members out and promote 16 gen as a whole unit 2B, I would say. So.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, they got to do something about this.
That is something. Wait. Finish your sentence.
think about it. Team B still doesn't have a captain or a vice captain.
Right.
It would make
right.
the most sense. It would
Right.
make the most sense.
That is actually not a bad idea. So you just dissolve the current Team B, and then put them in Team A, Team K, Team 4, and then it's like, well, there's new Team B, and it's just 16 Gen Team B.
Yep.
Heck, you could put you could put a couple Team B members in Team 8. I hear they're hiring.
Who's from Koichi? You? All right.
You're in. Go back home. No, that's DX. Actually, that is a pretty brilliant idea because that would solve the, I don't want to say the problem, but the interesting predicament that we have found ourselves in with the unusually strong 16th gen that have that bond and have been operating primarily as a team. Put them as Team B. Sure, I would totally be down with that. The question I'd have for you is, who would be the captain?
Yeah,
That's the interesting.
Yeah.
I think
Who would be the vice?
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
the captain would be the one who's on AK Bingo currently.
Taguchi Malaka.
Yeah, the
Taguchi
13-year-old.
Really? Oh, that'd be really interesting. I was gonna say Zunchan. Zunchan would be at Nagato Miami, would be the vice. That would be my pick, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think she has a an attitude, but maybe that helps. Gives a little serious side.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens on that note. There's some new news came out today, and it's about the World Senbatsu.
The World Senbatsu, yeah, with
Yeah.
Nozawa Arena, and lots of some BNK and some JKT members.
No,
I
yeah.
think,
So it's NHK Worlds presents Songs of Tokyo with AKB, JKT, BNK, and TPE48.
Yeah.
Taipei, they actually exist. With a giant Senbatsu will appear on that show, and it's gonna be broadcasted worldwide. So you get like a premiere, like a subscription with NHK. You can actually watch it. So that's pretty big, I would say. They are. When was the last time they took it like this big? Like a world show? Because this is gonna be broadcasted, in like 100 countries. So getting the AKB name out there for internationally.
Wow, I actually don't know.
Interesting.
I actually don't know.
Is this one of you actually working for AKS maybe, or just
Not me,
reporting?
man.
It's like, hey, we talked about this right now. Maybe we can work with something. I don't know.
I think it's because the Olympics is coming near, so like, oh, let's do this in 2018. It's only 2 years anyway, so.
Maybe
Whatever.
that's the reason. They're still rooting for performing. I'm definitely gonna see AKB performing right for the Olympics. I think opening ceremony.
Definitely, hopefully.
Well, yeah. Okay. I think we talked about everything we need except for one thing, and that is we have a comment of the week. So
Oh, yeah.
should we go
Yes,
into
we
that,
do.
or do we have still things we need to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all, man. I mean, if we're trying to do the whole news thing, we've hit them all. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, it's been a fairly slow week as far as like shocking things go, unless you're a huge Team 8 fan and you lost those two members. Other than that, it's Sashi leaving's expected. MB is about what I thought they'd be. There's nothing. FairyWink was a nice surprise. I was totally expecting them to go super lolly and like really not that, and they went kind of dark with it. Again, AKS listening, because I think I even mentioned that they should do that, and here they are doing it. No, but I would say for our comment of the week, Colin Jansen. Am I saying the last name right? Jansen.
Colin Jansen.
Yeah.
Colin Jansen, thank you,
Yeah.
Colin. First of all, thank you again. All your comments, very cool. A little on the slow end this week. Some of our regulars did not comment. I was sort of
Slow
upset
news
about that.
week.
But,
Slow news week.
but it was a slow news week. But I thought our video was very comment worthy last week, so I was a little disappointed. But that's okay. It was a holiday week and all. Anyways, thank you. Regardless, those that did comment, all very cool, very interesting comments. But yeah, Colin Jansen came up with this really cool question, and I'm curious to hear Yayo's comment on this actually, more than just about anyone's, just because I think you might have something really original to say with this. Not saying that you, Robin, or you, DX, don't. I'm just saying I could just. This is like a Yayo question, but if the question was this: if we could develop our own 48 group, Robin, you?
Robin?
What?
Okay.
Nobody just happened?
Um,
I have no idea what's happening.
Robin?
You said it was a Yale question.
Oh.
No, but I also said, okay, not really sure what that was about. Anyway, Robin making things totally awkward, as if it wasn't enough. So anyways, like I was about to say, the question was if we could develop any kind of a concert for AKB, what would our concert be like? Where would it be? Well, who would be involved? Any special guests from outside of AKB? Well, who would we have? What would our set list be like? I think we could go super detailed on this, but I would say maybe just for the purpose of what we're trying to do this episode, keep it not as detailed. But I would definitely like. I'm actually thinking about doing a blog post on this, like, and be real in depth because it's such a great question that I'm sure all of us have thought about. You know, at least at some point or another. So that was a question. Great question. Made me think all week about it. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm curious to hear what everyone else has to say before I go into mine. But Yayo,
Yayo, go for it.
I've been dying to hear what you have
Yeah,
to say.
same here, man.
Mine is all fast songs.
That's okay. Okay,
That's
fine.
okay.
First of all, where would it be?
Yeah.
Like, what would be the focus, the theme? What are your thoughts?
I think it's either like Nagoya Dome, I think.
Nagoya Dome? Okay.
And
like
like
it.
it's gonna be like Team 8 based because like Team 8 hasn't Team 8 always does their concert somewhere in Nagoya, so like doing it in Nagoya Dome is gonna be fun. So
Okay.
but like that's mostly because I like Team 8 songs that they put out lately, so like that's based on that. And like with AKB, yeah, it's all fast songs, like all the fast songs they did, like even Heavy Rotation, but like this weird super dancing move like Yuko when she does that interlude part like, like
Yeah.
and like full blown Mae Shikamukane, like when Yuko did hers in Request Hour or something, or one of the concerts, like one of the mics just flew to the audience.
Oh yeah.
The audience like tries to catch it.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah, the fast beat songs is amazing in concert. So, but like, I would put some like slow songs too, like in the middle, so like they could rest. But like freaking just doing full fast songs all the way is gonna make them hard. Like, make their bodies like get tired easily. So like they go like Mae Shikamukane then Negaigoto after or something.
Oh, right.
So like
down
extreme.
period. Cooling down period, yeah.
I like it.
That's my ideal concert, like fast beat and like slow songs. So,
That's good, man. It's good. I like it.
Awesome,
Who would be any special guests?
nah, I don't think so. Like, I think they're good right now, though. Like, I don't think you need the graduating members at the moment, cause
Yeah.
like, you know what happened with Kimi wa Melody? I'm like, everybody's
Oh,
like,
God.
oh yeah, we have everyone. Then like, what the heck just happened? They're basically background.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
Cool.
ideal concert.
Yeah,
For the
that was
whole-
good.
Awesome.
For the whole 48 group.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
like it.
Teammate
like
solo concert. I want to go. So
There you go. All
All
right.
Well, I'm going next then. My
Yes.
concert would probably be taking place in either the Fukuoka Dome or the Tokyo Dome.
Nice.
And I would start out with the warming up style, like the cute idol song, the relatively low tempo song, and then you would go to intermediate, just a bit faster. I'm going to, build it up like a trance, dance, EDM style party. So slow. We're starting off slow, then we get an intermediate part, but then at the end we go full blast, like the Inoue Yoshimasa stage with the Uza and the whole dance segment to end it off with, and then one final slowdown song like a Yume no Kawa or something like that. Just a real slowdown song, so people aren't going to be super hyped when they leave the venue, I would say. And
Very cool.
That's how I would build it up. But I would build it up like a dance party or a trance party or EDM.
There you go.
Okay. That's it, or
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
What about guests? Any guests or anything?
No,
Or
no guests. I wanted to do it on power, I would say. So yeah.
I like it. I like it. I
High
like
five, bro. High five.
It. Right?
High five, bro. High five. We don't need OGs.
Okay. Well, basically, first things first. The set list AKB has managed to do for over the years, I think, is an almost perfect format. They have really thought it out, and
Yes.
it depends on the theme, but how the stages are. What you first do, like the opening songs, no talking, and then after like three or four songs, they're like, okay, we need a breather. Hi, we're AKB MC, and then we're talking a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go to the units or just the solo, not all the members, and then you have those little MC talk, and then back to the full members, and then your hit songs. You end with the hit songs, do a goodbye, and that's it. That's how the format works, and honestly, that's always how it works. But location-wise, I think there's only one location, and that's always the Tokyo Dome if we're staying in Japan. And let's see, because the concert over there, they have a special feel to it. However, if I would open the concert, first off, the stage. Personally, I would like it if the stage has always a center build-up as well, so like a lot of members can stand there, and you have like a 360 rotation, so everybody can watch. So you don't have to be like sitting at one. If even the people who sit on the side don't have to like look only at that direction, they can just move your head a little bit, so you're not stuck in one position. And easy accessibility, you know, going through the second floor, the third floor, like whatever, so they can move on that side. Like in the 2014 Shuffle concert where Kawai Rina did their graduation, they had like this big center stage where they all were like dancing the most. I like that as well. And same as Tokyo Dome, but it's traditional to, if you do a concert, you have one big main stage where you have also a video screen where you do everything. Setlist wise, if I wasn't planning on killing them, it's I would say the best opening I ever heard is the Kamone Gigs from NMB.
Oh right, yeah.
I so good, dude. So good.
You start with that, and then we can go to Escape. What?
Hold on. Who would be doing the? Would it be like a Cyanate Center coming? I guess would we go like full NMB, or would we bring AKB into it?
It's full out AKB. But then,
that's so good. Wow. Who's the center?
Who's the center?
Ooh, the center. Well, I think if you want to traditionally, you can just use Sign as center, of course. But I would say just have everyone in there. Just instead of, because it's a Tokyo Dome, then you just put everyone out there. You can fill it up.
I love it.
One big Come On a Gigs party.
Do you remember when they did Uza in the, what was it, the dome, and they had like, it was like every member, and it was like there was like rotating like pillars and platforms and stuff. So something like that then, yeah?
Yeah, so you start out with Come On the Gigs, then Uza, Escape, and let's see, I watched too many videos, so I actually ruined it.
Say the Yuko song! Say the Yuko song! Please!
The Yuko song?
That's the perfect transition, though, if you actually do it. Like, Come On Gigs, Escape, then that song, the Mahardika, you know?
No, actually, I was planning on killing them, so I would say, as guests, bring in Sakamichi. You know, just do... do Seifuku no Mannequin, then, what else? Some Fukuwayon. And follow it up by Team 8 with what's the song? It was on the coupling song that is.
Oh, that one.
Just, you know, full pledge out there and then ease it down. But I had like a whole set list I was actually using just to listen to it.
Awesome.
Wait, would it be perfect to do the Sakamichi? You already have the Sakamichi, so why not do the Dare no koto ichiba aishiteru?
Yeah.
Throw that one in there, you can will. And then maybe end it out with a little melon juice or some from HKT. It's
Love and Peace. or something.
Sekarashika.
Why not make
I like
noise?
that.
Why not make noise from HKT48?
Yeah,
That's EDM
those,
stuff.
Yeah.
those types of songs, just full
Pretty
out
hype.
blast for that
Yeah.
set list. Make them tired, make them sweat, and then
Me
Yeah.
Me and Robin are basically the same right now.
Right?
the difference is though, because the guests are Sakamichi, you can still change so they can rest between songs because the groups are different. That's what I like. You see the format, because now they have like Team A, Team B, Team K, 4, 8. So you can rotate the group so they don't get real tired. But yeah, if you do those songs, you have like complete blast, and then in the end, you can just the unit songs, maybe a little confession, maybe Blue Rose, some dance senbatsu songs we're gonna talk about later, and then just ease it up before you end like to the encore. I would say, no, actually, then do the hit songs, and in the encore, I would say do the slow songs. Keep everything mellow, and then end it up with Sakura no Hanabi, I would say.
Any graduations or anything like that? any special guests other than Sakamichi?
If I'm gonna go illogical, me, I'll be the special guest. Do a skit, who knows?
I didn't even think to add us. That's smart actually.
Maybe have a song, I don't know, maybe questionnaire, maybe a Nozo Arena skit with English and then Japanese.
There you go.
Logically, how about, since Sakamichi is there, how about all the hosts of the shows throughout the years? Like you bring out, so you bring Sawabe, Tsuchiya, you bring out the Bad Boys, you bring out Women Rush Hour, Ijiri Okada, what's the guy's name from Nemesu TV, and then also the first
Okiagi.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, him.
And
That gotta happen.
Agiyoshi as well.
yeah. So all those like giant Owarai guests, I would say. Yeah, pretty much that's it.
I love it. I love it. I don't even want to go now. I don't even think I can top that. That's beautiful. Everyone's such great ideas. Seriously, that's amazing. Mine went a little bit different. Because I originally thought Tokyo Dome would definitely be my place too. Being into Tokyo Dome, seeing Perfume there, that was one of the greatest moments of my life, But I would say for me, I'd want to have it. First of all, it would be in Hiroshima at the Mazda Zoom Zoom Stadium for the Hiroshima Carp.
Such a good place.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's 32,000 capacity, so I think it'd be cool. The Kageyana would be done by Okamoto Hinano, the Hiroshima Team 8 representative. She's only like 14 or something, but I thought it'd be a really nice way to have her shine. So she would be starting it off. You actually not took my idea, but I had the same idea as you. I would definitely open the show with Kamonegigs. That's why I was freaking out, because I kept thinking, like, there is nothing better. You have like a double center with Shiroma and Sayane, and like we're here, and then it just explodes, and then you have like one single after another right after that.
It's the perfect combination, because every time I hear the overture, and then when the overture ends, you hear like pooh.
Yes.
And it goes
right?
like June, and just hear come on, Eggs.
And like, you just start freaking out, right? Like you're like, oh my god, like I'm here. I know I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. And like when I saw Shiroma do Come on Eggs at the Takamina concert, like it was like instant goosebumps, because they just rose up, and and like I thought it'd be cool to do that. The set list, again, I had, it'd be definitely dance heavy, of course. I'd be all dance songs as much as I could fit in there. But I would have a few interesting points. I think number one, I'd have a AK Bingo segment right in the middle with the Bad Boys. They'd come back because I love them, and like I always thought it'd be cool to have them come back. And they'd be like some real funny skit or something. They'd have them come in, and then Women's Rush Hour would come in, and then they like kind of fight each other in a way. So it'd be like a battle for the girls, and then you'd have a big variety section in there. And then as far as like the show goes, Uza would be like one of your encore songs, but they would do it like super crazy. Like I was thinking it'd be cool to like almost do like bring back the air balloons like they used to have at some of the Dome concerts. I don't know if you could do that at an open stadium though; it would be safe. But assuming it is, having the balloons going around, having the girls go in the crowd. But I'd like to have all the groups there. like Jakarta 48 would be there, you know, every group possible, and they would all, it would just be like a really huge celebration of old school AKB concerts. But then at the end, what I'd have is like there'd be missing, curiously enough, STU48, and then they come in to like, you see them like on a big screen coming in with their boat, and they have with them Taipei 48, and they're like, we found them!
Wow.
We found them! And then all the groups at the end come and they do heavy rotation, and it's like, they kind of do it kind of similar how they did at Budokan. We had each group doing, what was it River or Beginner? No, it was River. And except they do heavy rotation, each one. And then Taipei 48 SCU come in, and then next thing you know, you have all the groups. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be amazing, and that'd be like your big encore, and you'd be like, oh, you'd be freaking out because, you know, Hiroshima's kind of closer to Taiwan, so like, hey, look, you know, here we are, and, you know, it'd be funny. Go ahead.
You need MNL48 too somehow, you know.
well, I think what we would do with that is we would just get a bunch of girls that are like rejects in the K-pop world and put them in, because that's what they're doing. Because I don't even think MNL48 has anybody. So yeah, no, I'd love Bangkok 48. I want to see those girls in action because they're very active.
We send them to the wrong stadium or something. It's
Yeah,
like
we just send them to the wrong stadium. No offense.
Wow.
But I mean, come on. Hey, they're doing it to themselves, okay? They have no way to blame themselves for mismanagement there. But I'd say as far as like, then Bangkok 48 would be there. Obviously, Izarina would make her return. It would be like this grandiose thing. I wouldn't have any graduations. I wouldn't probably have any old members stop by. I think if it made sense, yes. But I think I'd want to showcase each group in their power. Like, it'd be a big dance off. Like, SK would have their dance off. Like, Jarina would be just it'd be just full on AKB48 awesomeness. And then also Team 8 would have a special like kind of performance because of Okamoto. She'd be a center for one of their songs or something because it's Hiroshima. And then you celebrate Hiroshima pride there. And then maybe have some Carps players come out, you know, maybe do something there. So it'd be very, very much that. But then at the very end for the double encore, the very last moment, because it's all dance heavy, Perfume comes out and does like a song with them. And I could see Perfume doing Uza with them, but then I could also see then like after Perfume just destroys Uza and makes it look silly, like then AKB like does one of their songs. Like I was thinking there's so many songs I could choose. I was having, this is the hardest thing about my choice. But I was thinking like maybe just keep it simple, go with like Polyrhythm, but I was thinking do Edge. Perfume song Edge is like this like 7-8 minute long like amazing song, but it's very much like their staple song. So I thought, or Party Maker, Perfume did Party Maker would be really important, and like have all the AKB girls do that with them on the stage. That would be insane. That's my concert. That's day one. I don't have I don't have anything else. That was as far as I got. But I thought like that would be like the concert for the ages for me. No, like for me
before you end that question, indeed. So do you think multiple days is a must for this concert, or sometimes
I like multiple days. I think it's cool.
I like the fact you give chance for people, because most of the times they do multiple days. It's basically the same concert with here and there something different. But yeah, I prefer one-day concert. Just, you know, go all out and then leave. Don't because then you would get maybe, well, yesterday was better, or you know, today is better. I don't know. You know, you get a difference. I would keep. Then you had the feeling like, oh, they're not doing effort on day one because they have 4 days, or.
I see your point. Yeah, no, but I would say they just go the Takamina route. Then, you know, her concert the first day was radically different than the second. The second day, the afternoon concert was insanely fun. Yeah, and it was so different, and I didn't care at all about that. I mean, all three were just so special, you know. And the third, obviously, Takuya's graduation, but they had all these graduated members show up. So, like, if you did it and you themed it, you know, like the first day for me, Hiroshima's the dance, honoring Hiroshima's greatest artist, and the greatest artist in the history of Japan, Perfume, and I don't care what anyone says, they are. Like, you know, like you have that as your day one, and then day two you do something totally different. Like go the unit route, you know, to make it like a whole unit based thing. Like have it be a whole like all the units in AKB's history comes out. Like that would be so much fun.
That's a long concert then.
That would be so what? Let it be long, you know. Let it be like a 2-hour, 3-hour thing. Bring back all the members for like Not Yet or all that, you know, or Diva. That'd be insane. Go ahead, Yayo.
Probably like do three songs of each group.
Yeah,
unit.
yeah, exactly. You just do 2 or 3 each. You
Yeah.
go
6
through it.
hours later.
6 hours later.
And then the third day, it could be, you know, if you rolled in with somebody's major graduation or something, you could do that. But I would say if not, your third day would have to be something really extraordinary, or else then you would be suffering from, I think, concert lag at that point. So
Yeah.
I would say 2 days wouldn't be too bad. But I would say 3 just to kind of round it off, you know? And as a fan, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. All right. That was a very good question. Oh,
And I hope we win all that ticket.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. For all these, foreigners get first pick. Sorry, Japan, but we all get them. So they're gonna let us get the first couple rows.
Wow.
It's gonna be called "We Actually Accept Foreigners Now" concert. That's what it's gonna be called.
I just imagine we're in line getting our tickets. You all these Japanese people like matter, and we're like,
what are you
ah.
Wow.
Banishing us with the water blades. Get out, fly away.
All right. That was a very good question by Colin
Yes,
Jensen.
thank you,
Yeah.
Colin.
It was very fun.
Awesome.
We're now in 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I haven't done the review
course we
part
are.
yet. So, before we start our review of the Oshima Yuko graduation concerts, let's do our recommendations, I would say. I have one that you need to watch for this week's and next week's is Keiki Kakanai. They are going to have a USJ audition Senbatsu. And then next week they're going to actually film in USJ going on rides and stuff. Looks
Wow.
pretty fun. And Nogizaka Under Construction has the, I think the Tokyo Dome concerts, I believe. So,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good watch. What else? That's pretty much it. There's not big shows. Coming
for
up.
me, it's probably the usual, like AK Bingo, Nogi Bingo, you know, the usual. I would say.
Mhm. And yes, Derek?
I would say this isn't necessarily for next week, but in case you haven't seen it yet, Kea Bingo's Kakinai from last week, I guess.
Oh, right,
I'm going by the subs. You know, we didn't talk about it because it's probably could deserve its own thing, but I would say it's probably one of the weirdest ones I've ever seen. The girls talk about their quirks, what makes them so different, and one of the girls says she likes to lick rust, or
Yeah.
she gets really
What?
excited by rust on bikes. I'm talking like rust, okay?
She doesn't lick it, she wants to lick it, I think.
Or she wants to lick it, yeah. And well, my guess is she probably has if she's being serious. I thought I've heard it all with idols. I mean, you just when you think you have reached it all, and then you hear that, and it just goes to show you that the Kea girls are just like these variety queens waiting to bust out of their shells. Because if you put all this on like full display, if the girls weren't so chill, they would be the funniest girls on the planet. Because some of the things these girls say, it's just so over the top. Like, and you're just like, it goes back to like their whole love triangle thing, or what love quadrangle, whatever, like they had going on between all of them. This is just another one of those things. Like, you think, where did they find these girls? Like, Rust? Like, huh? So, anyways.
Are you not sure you're gonna get tetanus on that?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, then you hear like the message like, she can't be at a handshake event today because of poor health conditions. Apparently
And
someone
everybody's like-
brought their old bike and I don't know what happened.
You know what's gonna happen if she licks that? Like, that fan would be like, "Oh, I'm selling this because she licked this," or something.
Yeah. Indirect kiss, indirect kiss. Okay.
It's just interesting. Anyways.
All right. So Yeho, once again this week.
Oh boy.
All right. Say goodbye to Yeho, everybody. He's leaving a little bit
he's
early.
leaving again?
It's like
Okay.
I'm wondering, is he really leaving or he just doesn't want to do the homework?
No, I have to leave
Okay.
because of this. Wait, because
Wait,
of this. Because of Love Live.
All right. Thank you, Yeho. We'll see you next time then.
Yayo.
Bye.
Upside down.
Upside down. Yeah. there you go.
Bye.
No, indecent exposure. No. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I was
Wait,
planning on monetizing this, you know. Fine.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, it's a QR code. Don't scan it. He's making so much trouble. Leave. Go. Get out.
Yeah,
And there he goes.
I hate that man so much. Okay, in the meantime,
Wow.
keep talking for a bit while I fix this stuff because he, of course, left. Let's see what I do again.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did,
Go ahead, DX. I'm sorry.
did you save the settings from last time, or was it different?
Well, the thing is, I need to adjust the settings because I can't do it at the same time. So I'll do this quickly. Keep
Okay.
talking in the meantime.
Okay, that's quite alright then.
Before, just give your small thoughts on. You know what? So we were talking about. No, I'm confused. Just talk something. I just.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, the Yugo concert that we're doing the review for. Gotta be honest, it's definitely one of the greatest concerts that I think AKB has ever done. A lot of love and care was put into it, and as we saw in the documentary, The Time Has Come, there was a lot of heartbreak as well because of the weather not cooperating. Because again, he can't understand what it means to put, you know, concerts inside domes when there's more than enough to do that with, you know, in Japan to do that. But anyways. What I would say is that with this concert, and the reason why we're spending all this time to do first the like news stuff and then, you know, actually doing reviews, this is another one of those essential watches as an AKB fan.
Yeah.
Not so much even that it's because it's Yuko's grad concert. I'm not even saying that. Like even if you took that element out of it, it's just really well done. It's really fun. It's not something that I'm not saying it's any necessarily different than their past big mega concerts, but it just has an energy level to it that it's hard to replicate, man. It's like they replicated all the HKT girls when the HKT girls were like, you know, 12 years old, 11 years old, and they put them times 10 all over a stadium and said, just go sing. It has that kind of Genki energy where like it's literally from beginning to end. There's this like power to it that every time I watch it, like I get so pumped. And I have a very deep personal connection to this. You know, my little girl, you know, I was so worried about my little one not being able to speak as a child, you know, because we were worried that maybe there was something wrong with her. And one of the things that really helped us was Yuko's concert, because I always play for my little girl AKB songs, AKB videos. Right now, she's currently like jamming out on Kibo Tiki Refrain. She really likes the running and stuff. Every time she sees Serena, she's like, Serena! And I'm like, yes, you spot greatness. Although her Oshi's Mariko, because every time she sees Mariko-sama, she says Mariko-sama, and her eyes get like really huge. But the Yuko concert, the very first day and we'll get into this, you know, with the whole MV with the girl and the ball and everything.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, my little one went from being able to just like mouth like just gibberish and of excitement to when she saw all that to actually now doing the moves and stuff. Like when Yuko pops out and she does the Team K, she does it and she's saying it now and she's singing, and it's an interesting thing to see my little one go from not being able to do anything, just kind of like move around, to screaming bloody murder and happiness when she sees certain things on the ball, to now singing and dancing. It's just this concert is like a good map of my little one's growth as her vocabulary got bigger. So I have a very deep connection to this, and yeah.
You are going to hate me.
Uh-oh.
No, I couldn't possibly be Robin.
All right, let's get into it. First off, the order of the DVD or the Blu-ray, it's weird because they actually show the graduation concert first from the second or the... Well, it's not the second day, it's the one at the far end. And they only show the... they don't show the Sosenkyo concert, which was actually the day one of the Olympic Stadium, I believe.
Yeah.
So, the way we're going to do it, we're actually going then back in time. So it's April, I believe, what I said last time, when they did the first day concerts, and where they only got to perform on day one and not day two because of the weather.
Right.
Okay. So, we open up then and open the stadium, and we're thinking, oh, it's pretty, it's very nice. Well, you can already see that the wind is pretty strong,
Mhm.
and it's like what we know now. You think like, oh, they were foolish, but if you look at how the stadium is packed and the sky and
Yeah.
everything, it's beautiful. It's perfect on that
Mhm.
side. Um, then you see the stage, and man, I don't know what is it with this stage, but I never seen them spend so much money on
Yeah,
this
exactly.
particular stage. And any other concert, they do some skits, they do some props. This one had so many props that I'm like, you spent so much money. I think too much money, if I'm honest. You see this on the stage, this giant teddy bear, building blocks, boxes, anything. So the theme is it's a children's room, like a toy,
Yeah, okay.
like all toy chests like this.
Mm.
Mhm.
So we open up with this video, and it's a Western child, like a blonde child, very small, and she's like, there's this weird little song to it, but then she smashes her room, and then the ball bounces, and I don't know where this is from. It's like what the hell is happening? But you see this like this 50s or 60s style woman coming, honey, I'm home, and open up. But they're still in Japan, and apparently this ball is the best ball there's ever. You hear this circus team coming up, and at one point I think this ball is sentient because it's going just to a building, to everything, and then it hits this button. And do you want to say, Derek, something?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Before you go, that little girl that was in it, wasn't she the girl from the Olympics in Russia? Was it Russia that year? They had the girl flying in the air, the real little. I thought that was the same girl because I think she's a blonde-haired girl. I could be totally off there,
I
but
have
I
no clue.
thought it was the same.
I have
I think
no
that was the tie-in for that, but I could be totally off of that. So my apologies if I am. But I want to say it was the same girl. But anyways, continue. So they hits the button and
Yeah, and then they just have a meteor, I think.
Oh, right.
It goes just. I'm thinking, what a waste of money just for the start of a concert. Just play the overture, man. You get us excited. No, this giant meteor is coming down, and it pushes a rock all the way to the stage, again to the building blocks, and it explodes. Then the overture opens up, and it's Yuko.
Yep.
Yuko in like this very excited. Everybody comes out, and the difference a few months can make, because this was pre Sosenkyo, pre shuffle, pre everything, and if I compare it what this day was compared when she actually graduated, this is just a night and day. You had the wrong people in Team B, the weird people in Team A. You had the Team 4 still established, but yeah, we'll get to that. So the first thing I noticed, I see Iriyama Anna and Kawa Irina. And this is
Oh, man.
it struck me a little because I know what's going to happen later that year, as we talked about last documentary. And they were still excited. They're still doing the shows full up, and you can notice Paradushi was also very happy and excited. And just what's going to happen. It's just we'll see.
Mhm.
But okay, let me get the set list. Was it this one? Yeah, so this is the National Hall, right? Tandoku Harukon in... Yeah. Okay, so... They start out with Koregaru Ishi ni Nare, First Rabbit, Aitakata, Everyday Katyusha, Juriko Sympathy. You know what we said with set list? They
Yeah.
do everything like a little popular songs just to get everybody excited. And then they go to the MC part. And we get a little Toy Story effect. We see this freeze frame moment. Everybody's just doing weird poses. Yuko on her knees, and the little girl comes out, and that was a nice surprise because first of all I think, oh, it's only video, but the actual girl comes out, and then she messes with every member. Some members just know. What's the one from that has her own shop again? I forget the name. I should have been there.
Oh, Uchida Mayumi.
Yeah. No, Uchida?
Own shop or what shop you mean?
She has her own restaurant now.
yeah,
Uchida
Uchida.
Mayumi.
Yeah.
Uchida Mayumi.
Yeah.
They're just messing around with her. People laugh, and the girl leaves, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're fine now." This was the whole team. They're toys apparently in this girl's room, and they have so many props they can use. Let's see. So we then see the new. Well, it's not is the weird Team B because I see Paru in it, and I really don't recognize her Team B. And Kojima Haruna is in it. This is like, every time I saw it, I'm thinking so much money has been wasted. They go to this giant book, they open it, and there are 2 giant screens in it. That actually are connected. I'm like, how much did that cost for this one little bit? I was going insane. It's like, you are wasting so much money with this. They went over that. They really went all out because of this. But yeah, we get the Team B songs. We go with I Don't Know Yoke, Shonichi, Yobi Sute Fantasy in Japanese, of course. We see then Mayu in Team A. Wrong, just completely wrong. Also, I noticed Mayu was also gradually getting, she's like very big and important now because her attitude compared to 2013, 2012, and 2014 is different. She is showing the leadership side instead of the idle, quiet Mayu. She was more like the, you know, the little skit woman, always smiling, always happy, and you know, showing the leadership style. And I think that helped her becoming her year. Yeah, Team A comes out. They push up this giant thing where they're all standing. I think it's also another toy chest. Like, all that waste. Taidama Renachu only today, and they go with Bingo. Then we get what we see. Yeah, for one moment I was thinking we're gonna get STU because they were like all captains. They were having brooms and cleaning the deck. No, it was Team K in 2014, and they were, you know, pretty much having fun, doing their own style, their quirky styles. So the songs they performed were Saishun Girls, Sashu Bell Ganaru, and Boyfriend no Tsukirakata.
Tsukirikata.
Yeah. Giving a very good style. Am I actually reading right, or am I doing? Oh yes, STU outfits. So that was pretty funny, I would say, that they were already thinking about boats in 2014. Team 4 came out, and I loved the fact how young actually everyone was, how fresh, and imagine what future they come up. They were having like a sleepover style, and I don't know who were in the bear outfits, but I didn't trust those bears. I really didn't trust the bears with all these young members.
Oh man.
Hopefully, I assume they were all women, because if they were guys, I'm like, let's see. So, we had the Team 4 parts, and then we go back to different type of songs. I love that Oshima Yuko came out with her outfit that she was rocking with the Kohaku style when she did Give Me 5.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, the big hat and
yeah, the big hat,
showing her middle riff on the side there. Very, very, very cool to see that. We then got the Kenkyuseis 15 Gen, and I chatted with you guys before because I was frustrated. I'm like, I cannot find, for the love of God, Taniguchi Megu. Like, I'm seeing 15 Gen, and it's like, I can see her, I can see Komi, Mion, I can see Seichan. Where's Megu? And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking up members from 15 Gen. Okay, 11 members. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really? Megu is not there, so...
Yep.
Apparently there was maybe something I would really like to know. Maybe it was sick, ill, or she wasn't allowed to go on stage yet. But there was something on it. Okay.
But back then, question there, was Komi and the rest, were they still Kenkyusei as well, or?
I believe so. They weren't still, because they all I'm actually certain they all got promoted during the shuffle later that year.
Let's take a look.
I am 100% sure, 1000% sure, because we did the documentary last week.
Yeah, I know. Just a sec. Let's see. Komiyama was promoted on to Team 4 on February, so yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. So, let's see. We then got the jersey you have, DX, the football outfits.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a pretty good promotion they had for the World Cup.
Yep.
And definitely looked very awesome, all seeing all of them in their own football jerseys. We then got a song. I'm sorry about this. Normally I have to notes more, but 7 hours for a concert was a little long, and now I'm
Yeah.
using setlist everything. So where am I? We had Give Me 5, Baby Baby by 15 Gen, Kimi no Koto ga Suki Dakara. This Senbatsu was interesting, I would say. Kimi to ni Niji to Tayo to Yell. Boku no Yell. Then with the MC part, not interesting on my, I would say. We moved on to Confession. I have something to say about this. So,
Oh.
first up, what do you guys think about Confession? How they performed with Oshima Yuko, Shimada Haruka, Kuromachi Asuka, and Matsui Jurina?
Hmm. Well, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Derek?
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
There's all people I like. So
Yeah,
you know what I
same.
mean. Jarina in anything to me is a win. So
Exactly.
and again, this concert from beginning to end for me is pretty golden. There's very few songs I have an issue with. I like when
Exactly.
they did my Yuko's graduation song or whatever. The my Shikane? Yeah, am I saying it right?
Mm,
Yeah, like that was so much fun and jumping around and just watching the girls just have a blast, especially like you watched Karen in that particular performance. Oya, just I don't know, the whole concert beginning to end rocked, and I think Confession especially, I like. Did you have a problem with it?
yes.
Yeah. Oh.
And I think it's also I'm biased on that note
Mhm.
because Team 4 currently, when they do their stages, they
Yeah.
have Confession. And
Okay.
Confession is always I've seen a lot of them, so maybe that's why it stuck in my head.
Uh-huh.
But when I hear that version from Team 4 compared to what I saw on this
Mhm.
stage, the stage with even the powerhouses of Oshima Yuko, Machi Jurina, and such, it was lacking the passion that I normally hear on the stage from Team 4. So the normally Team 4 stage, Okada Nana and Muchiyama Yuri, they do Confession. And they always change out. Nozawa Reina does Confession sometimes, or Kikurawa Ryo if she's there. And every time I hear that song, Nachan just blows it all out with her voice. When you build it up and have that moment, da 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 da, it's just when Yuko did it, it felt flat. And when Nacho did it, you can really tell she goes deep inside her to get like a lot of air out, and just bells out that song, and very beautiful because it's a rocky song. It's like you're giving your out. That's what the Confession song is about. You're giving your heart out
Mhm.
to the person you love, and I hear
So
that with Nachan and not with Yuko.
yeah,
Okay.
I can see your point. I think, Robin, and this is good for our watchers. This is a classic case of Oshi blindness, where
Yeah.
somebody has an Oshi and can't see anything else. I would no, I'm totally kidding. Actually, I totally agree with you, Robin. Nachan crushes this song. I've actually seen her do this on a Team 4 stage before, and it's one of those songs that stands out above all the others because in fairness, Nachan's majime as a person. Confession requires you to be ultra majime, and the song just fits her really well. Versus somebody like Yuko, she's versatile. She's not necessarily all majime. She's not necessarily all Genki. She's whatever the song needs her to be. But Nachan, it's like that song totally designed for her. Totally.
It's the eyes because in Confession
the
they
eyes,
really
I agree.
go up like this, and Muriyama
Nachan
Yuri
has-
does it as well.
Nachan has some of the best pair of eyes ever. Like
Again,
suck you in.
it really just compare the two, and I think you will see it. Just find anyone from Team 4 stage, compare it to this version. Also, what I was wondering, so why no second verse from that song? The song cut out because the second verse of that song is also pretty good. I'm actually a big fan of Confession. In the second verse they go like pam 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 pam, and
They do that normally though.
no, because
Exactly.
the weird thing is, so they went out and run to the middle of the stage, and they kept going with the first song. Or like you know, say the same sentence 3 times over, just to get in the right position. And they did a weird version of the song, so I didn't really like it. I was annoyed because I'm a fan of Confession, and this wasn't. It was a weird version. And
I get overall annoyed in general when AKB cuts out verses and bridges, like you know, when they did the heavy rotation twice in the same concert, and it's cut both times. You're just like, why not just play the whole thing once? You know, it makes no sense to me. So I don't like that particularly, but I think it's just kind of par for the course. They think, okay, we're gonna have Confession, but it's not our heavy rotation style song, so let's just cut out this. Well, we want to get you out there, so here you go, and you know what I mean. But they, and also
so they're
too,
stuck
I think,
with the they're stuck with a mangled version, I would say.
yeah, basically, and that's, you get a lot of mangled songs when it comes to AKB mega concerts, but at the same time, it's sort of like the same idea of, you know, do you want to see it at all, or do you? I mean, because if not, we just won't do it, or well, you can see it, but because of time and XXXX other reasons, we're only gonna do maybe the first verse and that's it. So, you know, I don't know. To me, it's just like, just do the whole song, you know, and just who cares, you know, cut out the 25 minutes of MC that you don't need, you know. I don't know.
All right. Then we go on to Gomen no Jewel. We get a bunch of songs like Kokoro no Hashi no Sofa, Senaka Dusme. If you have anything to mention, by the way, just mention it right now, because I'm passing through all of these. Because I'll at the end I will say what's wrong with it. But if you have thoughts with certain songs, say it before I go to the next one. Let's see. So I don't know where it was. Apparently there was a giant horse. They were moving on this cart, you know, going through the crowd. But there was like this wobbly horse. I don't know, what do you call it in English? Hobbelpaard in Dutch, and
I don't know the English term for it.
Rocking horse, is that the right word?
Rocking horse?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
You know, where you put a kid on and they go like,
yeah, rocking horse. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a giant version of that. And I'm thinking, why waste so much money on the theme? I didn't really connect with the theme with this concert, and I've watched it multiple times. But yeah, it's like I think this was, and we'll still get there. It's like it was a giant waste of money.
See, I don't know. I really take issue with that, Robin. I don't think it's a waste of money when, you know, your second largest member in AKB's history is graduating. And I think, like, if this is what Yuko wanted, and I would have to think that there's some part of this concert that was very much her want, her wish. She has enough clout behind her name. She could probably tell AKB, you know, I want Cirque du Soleil to play, and they would. I mean, it's just like, she's just one of those girls that this reflected, I think, her. So when you're looking at it from an economic standpoint, I don't see why you would necessarily in this. I would be looking at it from let's give the second biggest girl in AKB's history the biggest send-off we possibly can, because we have the money now to do it. Because back in 2012, not saying they didn't have the money, but they were still marching up that ladder of being billionaires that they are today when it comes to AKS as far as the organization goes. By the time Yuko graduated, their coffers were full. You know what I mean? That's why they were able to go so all out. So I actually look at it the other way. I give major respect to AKS for not pulling back on the budget and being like, yo, let's go all out. Let's make this the most spectacular thing we can. Because every year up to that point, they've been trying to outdo themselves over and over and over again, and they did. I mean, every time they played the Dome, it just got bigger and more crazier. You may not like the theme, and don't get me wrong, it's not my favorite either. I don't necessarily connect with big teddy bears on a stage, but I like the fact that they gave it their all for Yuko. They don't do that anymore. That's why, I mean, look at Mayu's concert. That was on a shoestring budget. That had one character popping around in a bunny suit. I mean, there was no production value.
What about
I'd rather have
Koji Mahardika's graduation concert?
They went pretty out with that. And that's why it was so good. You know, it was a fun concert.
Well, that's the difference between a few months. Again, we'll get to the second concert, but the biggest problem I have, I don't mind you spending money, but spend it wisely. The amount of props that had little to no value is astounding to me in this. It's just like for one stick, it's been used, and it's not that entertaining. I don't think you have your money's worth with the way they used it. There are some things, it's like Team B was suddenly going into these cars, they're driving around on the stage in the merry-go-round. It's fun, but I don't want to see the bill after that coming up.
Well, see, I think that's where maybe you might want to look at it from the perspective of Yuko. If that's what she wanted, that's all that matters, you know. Because to me, this is her concert. This is her goodbye. And I think, like, if you're gonna go out, you're gonna go out in style. And if I was Yuko and they came to me like, what do you want? And she said, you know, I want a big soldier, a toy soldier on its side. I want teddy bears. I want us flying around on and have crazy people dressed as flowers dancing in the background. Then they did it. That's great. I mean, good for them. Because again, also, you're thinking, again, and I can't, you know, I don't necessarily support cutesy because I'm all about more majime, more serious. But I like the fact that, like, there's a lot of wotas in Japan that like the whole idol thing, the happy stuff. And again, I guess maybe because it's more personal for me, my little one adores this concert. It definitely appealed to her.
You're now combining the 2 days, and I'm specifically talking about only this concert because the flowers are from the other side, and I get why they were there, and I'll tell you later in a bit. I don't mind when you use props, but the amounts of props compared to the set list in this song, or
that's not true at all, Robin. Because I've watched the concert you're talking about like endlessly, and like you know when after the the big asteroid hits the blocks and everything, and Yuko comes out. It's a few songs later when Mayu's up in the air spinning and everything. There's people dressed as flowers in the background. Oh. I know, because my little one points them out every day. You know, we literally watch this concert like every day. I'm not even exaggerating. So it's like, yeah, they're there.
Yeah, well,
I think you're combining.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they were on day 2, or not day 2, the later concert in June.
That's what gets confusing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is like they went all out for this concert, but they did it in a way that I think was for Yuko. It wasn't for us necessarily. It was for her, and I think she deserved it. After all the money, all the things she did to put into AKAS's pockets, I think it's the least they could have done for her. And that's the only thing. I just think this is what she wanted. Now, if it was just somebody thinking, oh, let's make this cute concert, then yeah, I agree. And again, I don't necessarily identify with it either. I don't particularly care for all of that, but I like the fact that they did it for Yuko. They went all out. They showed, hey, we love and support AKB members. I think because they don't do it now. They sure as heck don't do it now.
No. And by the way, the reason for the flower people were there is because the members were up in the air and they need someone, holding on to the ropes for safety. So,
Yeah.
So they were dancing flowers in the meantime, just keeping an eye on the members. The masks were very creepy though, like this beady little eyes and just no expression on their face. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff,
but other than that, they went to. So I'm looking at the set list and I'm looking at the concert or DVD I watched, and something doesn't add up. I believe a lot of things were cut. Am I correct on that, or? It's weird because now I'm actually at the
here. Look, if you have this, which is the mega one, you get everything from like the June concert, the March concert. You get Yuko's graduation, the stage. I mean, it's all right there. So I think they released the Sasenkyo concert. They released it, but it was they have like a limited format one where they do cut out a lot of stuff. This is the full one. If you want to get the full everything, you got to get this.
Yeah.
Because and AKB does this. Like they did it for Tokyo Domes, all their dome ones. You can get like the shortened one, and then you can get the $300 one. Like
I think that's why we're getting confused. I watched a different one, so feel free to correct me if I'm missing something. So on your version, does Meche Ike invade?
No, that's interestingly enough, it's not on there. I didn't see it on there. So
they cut that.
Is that weird?
Oh.
Yeah.
But actually, there's probably a reason for that. They probably couldn't get the rights for that. Meche Ike, they maybe they didn't have the printing rights because Japan's weird like that. Like anytime they have some guests or something like that, you're good luck seeing them. You know what I mean? Like if it's like that one with the Meche Ike, I think it was probably a licensing issue. That's why it's not on there. But I think that's true for all of them. I think not just this one.
Okay. So I thought it was the encore part, but it apparently wasn't. we see Oshima Yuko in just this beautiful, sparkly white dress, and she's singing Naki Nagara Hoende.
Yeah.
That's just
Wow.
beautiful song
Mhm.
over there.
Amazing.
Amazing.
This I didn't like. Then after this beautiful rendition, we move on to Iwika Maybe by Team A, and I'm like thinking the combination we were talking about, for the feel good of a song. It's a random moment from going from this to this. So if you'll completely be out of it if you listen to this beautiful rendition. You're like, oh, that was nice, and then it goes, bam, Iwika Maybe, and it's like it's a good song, but I was still on the high from the last song.
Yeah,
So
the
you need to feel it.
melancholy, the melancholy feeling. Yeah, I get what you get.
Yes.
I know what you're getting at. Yeah,
That
and then
makes
you got
sense.
something completely different and even offbeat. Yeah, kind of.
What I
Irks.
do notice though, before we move on, so Yuko, there's a Mechi special. Before she goes to the concert, she has to like a 24-hour thing with Mechi, and
Yeah.
they wake her
Terrible.
up. It's roughly the makeup is gone, and you can
Yeah.
notice she was tired as hell at almost the end of the Nakare Honde. So I'm like, damn you, Mechi. It's like I know it's funny, but it's her graduation concert. Just let her be full. But it was day one. But we never knew that day two would never happen for like then a
Yeah.
half year. Okay, so we have Team A, Dui, Kamei, Zuto, Zuto. And this was also funny. We saw then Team 4 doing Lucky 7 with, of course, Nachan in a pirate outfit, boats. I'm like, you're looking at the future, kid.
Yeah.
Mogi's Shinobi was hot as hell.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh,
Don't even
man.
get me started.
Yep.
She fell.
I'm glad you brought that up.
She fell off the boat and she was swimming with another one, and she's like this red black pirate outfit. I'm like,
Oh
Yeah.
man.
wow,
Ugh.
just
More of that, please. More of that.
Telling you, she's amazing, man. She's underappreciated, and
mhm.
for what reason I don't know why.
Okay. Then, so I decided after looking at this concert at the timeline, you had Team A, they were stylish. You had Team K, who were rock and a little hard dance style. You had Team 4, who was still, young, fresh, a little cutesy.
Mhm.
And they have Team B, just a bunch of goofballs. They're just going crazy enough. This is what I mentioned with the cars, the driving around. You couldn't just hogging the camera, lying down on the floor, just trying to wink everyone and get a heart out there. I'm like, okay. So I think we had like, what's the song? Stage of Philosophy, Honest Man, Bokutachi no Kamiko UK, Reset from Oshima Team K. It went on and on like this and this. And I really thought it was the encore, but apparently not. We had the best Uza performance ever, I would say.
Yeah.
This one, they all come in their Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura outfits. The reddish style that he uses. They look pretty good. I was wait. I'm so confused right now. Oh no, that's the day 2. See, this is the problem. The format that I watched, it's so confusing. So, but they did Uza, and they did the other one on the other day. We'll get to that. Anyway, this Uza version, I think I watched this one 100 times. The fire, the going up in the white veils. You see in the metal strings with Mayu and Takamina going in circles and having fun. I think it was the great rendition of the song.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay. Let's see. Then we get Tenohira ga Kateru Koto. And then the little girl comes out and it's time for her to go to bed. It was a long day. Now it's very sleepy, so they're raining her to bed. And they finished up with Manasu Sounds Good, Flying Get, Sayonara Crawl, Ponytail to Shushu, the Gingham Check, and Heavy Rotation. There's some MC parts, Sakura no Hanabi Ratishi. And then there's an encore. I haven't seen this encore at all. So if anyone wants to talk about this, tell me.
I don't know. I've seen the same concert as you, so I'm kind of clueless myself actually. So, yeah.
Derek, can you help us?
The encore.
Yeah, so the last 5 songs, I haven't seen them at all at the concert. You know, Laboratory Retrievers, Show the Tachio, After Rain, and Aitakata Koitsuri Fortune Cookie.
Yeah, so I mean, you know how you were talking about like when they do their runs of like singles and stuff. This was actually like a pretty good encore as far as that goes. To me, the best part was during Shoujo Tachio because watching the with the towels and everything and just but the fans is what really brought that one out because everybody just it's just to see it in that state. It's just one of those overwhelming moments, And Shoujo Tachio usually is pretty overwhelming live, but I would say this particular because of the fact that Yuko is soaring, she is in the sky, she is heading to a much bigger place, and it sounds like she's dying, but I'm just saying like she's she's graduating. It just had even more of a deeper feel to it. I want to say usually does when a girl graduates, but that was the highlight for me. Labrador, I don't really care so much for that song, so usually when I watch this concert, I don't watch that one.
She went up in the air during the encore.
No. I'm just saying the song, the lyrics for Shoujo Tachio.
All right.
So, but Shoujo Tachio, like when she's just when they're going around and the things and stuff. It's just I always get very like sentimental on that part because it's just really sad to see that because it's like one of those songs that like it's what solidified my fandom with AKB as far as the music goes. Remember I told you I came in not as a fan of the music, as a fan of the girls, but as I started to learn the songs, Shoujo Tachio is one of the very first songs I heard that really Everyday Katyusha was the big one, Ogoe Diamond was the next one, and then I heard Shoujo Tachio and I was like, oh my god, like what is this song? And Shoujo Tachio, and then I remember when I saw him, the Takamina concert when they played that song, it was like I wanted to cry for most of that concert, but I held it in until that song, and then I was just tears.
It's always the best part when they go AKB48.
And it's just
just hear the little sound in the background and just go da, 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 and then the beat comes back. That's definitely the bad part. You can't beat it. So it's just like, and I know at the Takamina concert, I was lucky I didn't have anybody sitting next to me. I was like next to the only empty seat in the stadium, and the couple next to me was some dude who looked like he just did not want to be there, and the girl who was trying to get into it but was trying to make her boyfriend happy too. So it was just me basically, and I had the whole row to myself, and I'm here, waving my towel. Hey, my wife, why do you make me so sad, AKB? But it was great, So I always get that feeling anytime I see it in this particular concert because I know it means Yuko's one of her last moments she's ever going to do that song, and it just kills me. So, to recap on the the day one concert, it's the set list, it's there. I don't feel anything that's special. There's not a rendition of it that's special out. It's because of the props. Personally, it's too much for me, for my taste. I like that they're going with a theme, but it wasn't necessary. I like it when they give more out in their performance and not only into props they use. So I've watched this concert multiple times. It's very interesting to see for the members what they were and where they are now. But I wouldn't say this is one of their best set lists.
Okay.
Or maybe the set list is fine, but their performance, it didn't feel the best.
I don't know. I think the girls went all out. I think particularly because the girls, they were so happy and they were trying to give Yuko a proper send off, and I felt they pulled out all the stops. Like their heart, like when they break into Everyday Katyusha, like towards the beginning of the concert or whatever, and it's like they're just having a blast with it, and they're going back and forth talking to each other, and in between the chorus it's like, Powder, what do you think? And and they're just going back and forth. It's just like, you can't beat that, man. They were just blowing. And Yuko too, there was one part on that song in particular, Yuko, like she was on one of the like she ran down one of the runways, she was on the platform, and she kneels down in front of the fans and she's singing to them, and they're just losing their minds, and Yuko just looks so much like a rock star. And there's so, I think you see the fans, and I because again I've seen this like 50,000 times, and I remember there's some fans that were just like, they're like, you could tell like they're just blown away that Yuko is like inches from them, and she's like right in their face like a rock star, and you just think for that moment, wow, we're losing an icon.
I agree with that though, because they were having fun.
Yeah.
But on performance level, I think they could do better, or I'm used to see them do better. But they were having fun. They were just doing crazy stuff, lots of prop using, lots of car. Like that's the thing. This concert-wise, if you are there, I think you would have a blast. I'd say it's not a bad concert, it's not a best set list or anything. They tried something new, and they went all out on that. I agree with that. But if you just take away the basics of a concert, then I have the feeling they can do better. But yeah. But you have also what you said, like a special reason behind this concert. So what you said about me with Confession, maybe it's on this side. We're just watching, little favoritism on that side.
Maybe a first special connection, yeah. Everyone has a certain connection with some type elements of a concert or a song or a group.
And
event,
everybody
so,
has their own opinion, so that's why I love it as well.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not. Just almost said a bad word. Oh. I am not downsizing the concert. That's a proper way to say it. But
you just didn't vibe with you as much. I get it. You were probably you were worried more from a finance. You just saw money just being burned up. I get it. Totally.
That's also a Dutch thing, by the way. So
I didn't want to say it. But yeah, it's just that's the Dutch in you coming out right there.
Okay. Then, however, we get to the 5 months later, I would say, June 8th, 2014.
Yep, the Ajinomoto concert.
Yeah, so I didn't see the the Sosenkyo concert. Derek, do you want to do some highlights on that before we go into the concert they actually sent Yugo off?
The Sosenkyo concert?
Yeah, so they had the day one where they do like a mini concert with a few songs there, and if I'm gonna cheat,
so you're talking about the June 7th concert, right? That's because they did like Kosura Fortune Cookie, I want to say, and everything. You're talking about like the actual graduation, yeah?
Yeah. So
okay, yeah, because the next day was Oshima Yuko's graduation. So yeah, so Sashi started off. The Kageana was pretty awesome, and then Koitsuro had the Senbatsu, Kosura Fortune Cookie, and then you had a really cool, I want to say, Shoujo Tachio was in it too. So again, just really powerful. There was an interesting one, Oshiete Mami was in it with Tsukumoto Mariko, which is kind of cool because that was right at the time when Mariko-san was getting her bearings, and they put her right on center stage at their biggest freaking event. And I know Mariko was a little nerve-wracked by that, and that probably led to her saying, this isn't for me. But I would say it was interesting to see Mariko next to Matsui Jirina in that, because I remember Jirina just like dancing circles around her literally, and Mariko is doing her best to keep up. And in fairness though, Mariko was pretty awesome, and I liked her, and I wish she would have stayed, because I liked, she was old, but she was hot, and she was fun, she was normal.
She was great at AK Bingo. Really loved
High
that.
in the face, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
But then when they did Ogoe Diamond, that was probably the highlight for me, just because it was just it was just really, really great to see them do, Suki, and it was just, you just felt it. And then, Kimi no Kotoka, Suki Dakara, of course, just a big fist pumper and everything. All together, it was good. I would say, like, it went by really fast. That was the thing I remember. The MCs were somewhat long because, like, after Mariko did Oshiete Mame, the MC right after was basically about her, and she's just going on and on about herself. But it was cool. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just I don't know, the MCs, like if you take those out, this concert went by like boom, like nothing. Like they burned through those songs so fast, especially when after the Senbatsu for Koisero gets off, and Koisero is kind of like a mid-pace song. It's not like a fast song. They break right into, I think it's like AKB48, but you know, and the SKE48, NMB, HK, they all of them, and then it goes like Atakata, After Rain. After Rain's a little slow, but then Kimi, I think it was it Kimi to Nijo to Tayoto?
Yeah.
It was like boom, 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 boom. So pretty cool concert, really fast. You know, it was fun. It was a good time. My highlight though was definitely Ogoe Diamond. Just I don't know, just hit me right here in the feels, man.
All right. And of course, you have Sosenkyo going out there. So then it's June 8th, 2014. Place packed again. Nice open dome. Still, the weird thing is, so they had the whole discussion. Yeah, no, don't do open domes because of rain and that, and they still do it on that second day. But they were lucky. It was lucky. It's June, so the chance of rain was very little. Although at the evening it still started to rain, so I'm like, just okay. But we see a video package of Oshima Yuko, her debut, and then throughout history. And this is what I love about Yuko, Oshima Yuko. That's why she's the greatest, because she performs very well, dances very well, sings very well. She's beautiful, can be very serious, but also very weird, quirky, funny. At idol level, this one has the complete package, and there's only a few type of members that can do it all, and she was it. She was really. This was, if she was the norm, it's like nobody could reach there, I would say. But it was beautiful to see how she started and makes a few jokes over there. Yeah, so we see her in the Sosenkyo, the first place, then we see second place, then we see first place, second place, laughing it up. The graduation announcement, Sosenkyo Mayu, and then the amount of days, 2,991 days she has been with this group. That's a lot. It's not a record because it's been broken now by certain other members. So on the first day we saw the pink flags, and now it's all green flags. We then go to the guy that I always remember as the showroom dude with Jurina, and he's, you know, on his piano playing, of course, Yuko's special song. That's Nagi Nagara Hoende. Oh, his name is Inoue Yoshimasa.
Yeah, the Kamikyoku songmaker.
Yeah. So just very good dude, makes very good songs. Still waiting for 3, 2, 1, tetamate.
I know. When's it coming?
Yeah.
When's it coming?
Yeah. Again, I mentioned it just before. The rendition from it's Yuko, so it's expected to go to this. But you have a nice mellow song, and then you go into 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm like, all right, well, go into heavy rotation then. So heavy rotation, again, flying, that looks amazing. It's never been done later, I think. Am I correct on that?
No, it hasn't been done if you count out the Mayu going away, but no, I don't think it's done during an actual
not really
song.
during those concerts, you know, the flying everywhere. And
Nope.
you see the dancing flowers, keeping an eye on there. Then we go into MC part, and of course Sosenkyo was the day before, so they keep talking of it. And this was funny though, so they announced the Senbatsu, and they had to bring out Miyawaki Sakura and Shibata Aya, and they were still like, oh my god, where am I? This was their first Senbatsu, am I correct?
Crazy.
Yeah.
They were so not overwhelmed, and it's funny that you see like the top members in their golden chain, or like they had like these locks, and in their black outfits like that, and then you have like the whatever outfit for Miyawaki Sakura and Shibata Aya, and they're like Senbatsu people. But they performed. Am I cheating again? Shoujo Tachio. It says new generation members. Yeah, well. Oh, okay. No, wait. So we had the MC, Shoujo Tachio. Ah, man. Sorry, people. This week is not going so well with notes, I would say. Yeah. So, well, with the MC New Generation members, well, I don't think it's New Generation. I think it's the new Senbatsu, to be honest. Well, anyway, they did some talking over there. Then we move on to Team K. Oh my God, Team K looked so hot. They
Yeah.
Yeah.
just, you know, the black and the leather and no Yuko. It's just the Team
Which
K.
was interesting.
Yeah, it was, you know, the shuffle happened, new units started. So yeah, they decided, you know, Yuko is going to leave anyway. Let's do what Team K is now. But it was a powerhouse Team K. You know, we had Sayane, Jurina, Harupi, just like aces from all the other sister groups put into Team K, dancing on that side. We see then Team 4 being cute and all, doing which song? Heart no Dashutu game. The stylish Team A for Kimi wa Kimagure. Goofballs, B Garden, just Team B. It's just like they're so weird. I know what it was, but they were doing so many weird shows. Then we go to another Yuko solo that does Anata ga ite kureta kara, being beautiful. I was waiting for this one, Scandalous no Iko with Oshima Yuko and Koji Maharuna. I love that song, you know, just, you know, baby, baby, and so stuff like that.
Yeah.
The guys who were dancing there are very lucky, you know, get to carry Yuko around on the shoulders, and Koji Maharuna. What I do, compared to this one and the first one, Yuko looked amazing. I think her makeup was perfect, her hair was perfect, no Mecha Ike stuff happened before, so this was really a good send-off, and Yuko was at her best, I would say. And yeah, so Yuko looking gorgeous. Then it was some dance time with, funny enough, Tanuyuka and Mutotomu, Boku to Juliet to Jet Coaster. It's a pretty good song, but I noticed here that Tanuyuka was actually getting pushed a lot. You know, she was like a future ace and stuff like that. So I do wonder what happened. I know she called out management, but she really must have rubbed them the wrong way, because her push is now non-existent.
Well, I think in this case, you know, this was maybe towards the beginning, the end for Tano-chan, as far as like her being the apple of AKB's management's eye. You know, because she certainly could have been, in my opinion. But I don't know, like you said, something went wrong. Maybe her criticism, maybe her attitude, maybe she just, I don't know, something happened behind the scenes we don't know or aware of, that I think kind of made them look at somebody else, when clearly Tano-chan has beyond, I think, the best dance moves. I mean, the girl, I'd say, what's her name from Team A can dance really good. Was it Ikumen?
Yeah.
I think
Ikumen,
that girl can freaking dance. Like on AKB when she did that one song, oh my god! Like even to this day, that gives me goosebumps watching her. But like Tano-chan, that's like a normal day for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I'll move on to one of the best songs and units. I think if we're talking about units, this one is the ones that always brings me smiles.
Yeah.
Shumatsu, Not Yet.
Not yet. Miss them. Miss them dearly.
Remember the request hour when Yuko came back? Oh,
Yep.
I went insane.
Uh-huh.
Judiko's Sympathy, moving on over there. Okay, so is it Judiko's Sympathy that was that song? Because it's finally dry. It's clouds are just, you know, almost non-existent, blue skies. And what do? They use water cannons on the side of the concert, still making everything wet. Like, is that like someone planned that? Is that like a joke? Like, haha, even though it's dry, you're still getting wet, haha, or something? I don't know.
Probably really hot, man. It was the middle of summer,
more like
or
middle summer.
Start of summer, you know.
It did help, I think. We had some MC parts, and with this, was this the MC part or that was later? Nope. So we get Team 8, a very young Team 8 performing Iwakami,
man.
maybe. Yeah, go ahead, DX.
No, not knowing what the fourth teammate was going to become back then.
What I do love,
Right.
the camera crew had no idea who to film actually.
Yeah.
They were stuck like, well, let's focus on this one. No, let's. I haven't seen anyway. Did anyone see Ogiri Yui?
I don't think so, actually.
I
I don't
couldn't
think so.
find her. I really couldn't find her with all those members between in there. It's just they were so young, so it's like very hard to go over there. We go to NMB48 with Ibiza Girl and Nagichi, and I was already starting, seeing just the top members currently in NMB48 was of course Sayane, Milky, Yamada Nana, and I see Murashige, Anna in the back, Ukraine dancing a lot. But Chiro Ameru was not that level yet. She was there.
Nope.
But it's funny to see her not being in the top. Even
Oh
though
yeah, I gotta make a pun here, but she needed some development. Yeah.
Good one, DX. Good one. Yeah, and Robin's just like, okay.
But it's we're seeing the cracks already in NMB, what they were losing in the next couple of years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Going to HKT48, actually seeing the opposite. Just amazing years they were going to have. Exo Senkyo, of course, Sashi winning, all those HKT members ranking in, and power shows, good songs. Go to SKE48, and you just see how powerful actually Matsui Reina was. Performing there, just how much influence, the double Matsui style. And then, of course, seeing Miyazawa side there is pretty funny to see. We then have an MC part, and I really love this one, so that's why I'm mentioning it. So we get after Okidoki. That's always a good song to do at a concert.
Always.
Always.
AKB Festival, Hikoki Gumo, everyone is there, and they do MC, and Yuko is on the other side of the stage. And for some reason she planned it, I would say, where everyone was standing. So she's making fun like groups. No, you should be there, you should be there. And for some reason Yamada Nanami is... not Yamada Nanami. Yamada Nana is on a different position. So she's like running away. And then Yuko calls a very young Nakomiku. And they're like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, no, it's fine. Just, little kids here. And they're just making fun of the camera work. They're already starting the trend, but it was good to see how powerful Yuko was, how much of a role she had. Like this, I think there's no member that had like bad feelings about Yuko. Like everyone, when I saw the Koku when Takamina was having her final one and Maida Atsuko showed up. They were like, oh, that's cool, Maida, that's so surprising. And then Yuko showed up, and they went crazy because they have more feelings with Yuko than with Achan. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Achan was, this untouchable icon, whereas Yuko, we saw in the documentary, she's more the girl that'll sit there and she'll hang out with you and dance with you, try to teach you and stuff. I'm not saying Achan didn't do that with her juniors, but I definitely think she was just the queen. You know what I mean? Yuko was more like the girl, the princess, if you will, like the one that hangs out with everybody versus the queen no one talks to. And also too, Achan had that aura around her. Like I think you probably couldn't talk to her. You were so intimidated by her. You remember that whole scene with Joe Erico when the graduation and how Joe, they were like, come here, come to mommy, and they were saying, they were joking, but there's a lot of truth behind those words that Joe Erico couldn't even approach Achan because she was heartbroken. And that says it all. Versus Yuko's the kind of girl you think you could probably just, hey Yuko, come here, I really, I miss you.
Yeah, it's just like Hillary said. It's like, Yuko, you have a nice body. It's like,
yeah. You could just say that. And then Yuko, what did Yuko say? No, I don't. It's you that has it. I can't even compare. And she would come back with things like that. And then you see right after that her stand up with Hillary and they start dancing. They look at the moves together, and it's just Yuko had that effect on the troops. You know what I mean? She was definitely the leader among them, versus Achan was like the one you looked up to, if that makes sense.
And that's what I've noticed in this concert as well. we now have the norm that like the graduating member does every song.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
here it was, you guys have fun. I'll do a few songs, and then we'll have
Right.
my send off.
Send
But
off, yeah.
I just want to have you guys have fun, and have the focus on new AKB, because if I'm gone, someone needs to step up, and
Yeah.
that's I think that was her story during this concert. Then we get like everybody's like, all right, everybody leave. I want to talk to Nanyan right now, and it's like we're doing this here. And it's just like yeah, it's like standing on the other side of the. All right, let's meet up, and they're running around. It's like, all right, this takes too long. I'm gonna go to the other side, and they're running around. It's like she's like I'm tired. Just talk over there. It's like okay. They have this very nice shot of Yuko standing in the center of that concert, and it's a very beautiful image. She has like this very cool outfit on, and you see just the fans behind her, and she looks like a god's presence, I would say. And
Yes.
she's just having
Yes.
fun talking about Nyanyan history together, and her graduation announcements, her fake graduation announcements. So she makes fun of that, and it's like, okay, Yuko, how about we make this deal? You cancel your graduation. And people were like, yes, please, just cancel it. And then she makes fun of Nyanyan again, just saying, nah, nope. She hit herself with the mic, so it's so funny on that side. Again, we get Mommy after that.
Yep.
Performing a little bit better, I think. A little less nervous than the first day. Do you agree, Derek, on that side? Or she was still nervous as hell?
Who? What? I'm sorry.
Sakamoto Mariko with Oshiete Mami.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Mommy.
yeah, no, that's what I thought you said. I just want to make sure I have the right Marco. No, like, I mean, if she was nervous, I mean, do you think she showed it? Because I don't know. She seemed pretty good. You know, she seemed all right. You know, she seemed fun. Like the thing is though with her though is she always kind of had that aura about her. Like the anytime you saw Sakamoto, like she always seemed like she was aloof, but I think it's because she just couldn't keep up as much. You know, these girls, you know, their schedule, their routine. She's a mom, and so it's like, you know, as a parent, I can testify it's impossible to do all those type of things. So I think if anything, maybe she was more tired, in the true spirit of any mom.
We then get a song, and I want to talk about this.
Yes.
So,
Oh.
this is a Senbatsu group called Kino Yorimoto Suki. Was the title of the song as well.
Mhm.
And the members of this song, this was like, I don't know who made this Senbatsu, but it was freaky. Just to name off the members. So we have from Team A, Iriyama Anna. Team B, Katorena. Team 4, Okada Nana, Nishinomiki. Ken Kyusei, Owada Nana. Kisaki Yuria. Kimoto Kanon. Kitagawari Yoha. Shiroma Miru. Yagura Fuko. Yabushita Shu. Shibuya Nagisa. Kodama Haruka. Miyawaki Sakura. Tashima Meru. And Tomonaga Miyo. Talk about powerhouses.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
are.
Pretty crazy.
They were all just fresh young members, and they had an MC part after that, and they were like talking about freshness, and they're making jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing just Shioro Mamiru in just holding the mic down, and she's just listening, and she doesn't want to chime in. I'm like, girl, you have no idea what you will become later. And just it's so unbelievable that she's a first gen. But this Senbatsu, this is definitely, how many members are in there? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Well,
8, 9,
Robin.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Robin.
15, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin, gonna chime in. There is a reason this Senbotsu is called Smiling Lions, right? There's a reason.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Ah, okay.
All powerhouses, or pretty much all lionesses, I would say. So
By Smiling Lions. What is Smiling Lions then?
there's a special AKB subunit created for Kino Moriyori
they are
Motosuki.
called Smiling Lions.
Yeah, that's the reason they're called that.
Okay. Well, yeah, pretty good. They all have very powerful images, I would say. But I never heard the song, and it was pretty good.
Yep.
But the Senbatsu is very interesting on the style.
Mhm.
We then go to
Okay.
Oshima Yuko having a video package, and she's like thanking the fans and everyone else who made all these weather dolls, and it was very ironic indeed.
Yeah.
just to keep safe, all these weather dolls, and then they sing After Rain. That was pretty funny to see. But Yuko was so happy that it didn't rain because yeah, we saw the documentary last week. It was very
Yeah,
hard
she
for
was
her.
heartbroken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then we get some dance time with what's the song called? I say "Shake My Soul," but it's not called that. It's called.
You talking after the song after is Kimi no Koto ga
Yeah.
Suki Dakara.
That's,
No, that was that. And then we get the
Yeah.
MC part, just with making fun of Yukirin, of course. Yeah. Seishu no Inatsuma with Oshima Yuko and Miyazawa Sai.
It's pretty fun. The
This-
tap dancing.
Tap
This
dancing,
was
yeah.
like a highlight to me. Just the style Yuko had compared with Sai. I would have preferred it if I would seen Akimoto Saika joining as well. Just these three doing this song together. We'll see you
That'd have been
later
really nice.
though, but we go to end roll with Oshima Yuko, Minagishi Minami, Masayu Jiren, and Yamato Saika. Again, powerhouses dancing on that style. Good to see Minagishi Minami after her whole thing in 2013, of course.
Yep.
Yep.
1994 Nen no Ramai with Oshima Yuko, Kashiwa Yuki, Watamayo, Shimaka and Matsu Rena. Pretty good. This was cool to see Kinji Areta.
Kijirareta.
Thank you, Futari, with Oshima Yuko and Takahashi Minami having a good moment together, then talking, have a nice MC sounds. And then we go to
The string of singles.
the Shinsuke
Yes.
Nakamura outfit was back. That's why I got
Yep.
confusing first, because they did River this time on that style.
Yeah.
Not as well as Uza, I would say, but it was good to see First Rabbit, Ogo Diamond, Sayonara Call, Gingham Check, and Yakusoko Yo.
Yep.
Okay.
Yakusoko Yo is an interesting song to put at the end out of all those. You have all these like powerhouse singles, and you have Yakusoko Yo. I was like,
Right,
yeah.
that's interesting, but whatever. they also, they ended the concert at that point, on that, and I really thought they were gonna end it on Gingham Check because that would have made sense to me. But just do you know why they did Yakusoko Yo? Was there a specific reason? Am I missing something there? Was it like a Yuko centric song?
It's a Team K song, right?
Team K song.
It's a Team K song, Goodbye song, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a song that actually Team K uses as their graduation song next to Sakura no
Okay.
Hanabi.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay.
That makes a lot of sense then. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we went to the encore. We got a history package from Yuko, and just I don't know why they used this song because I remember. So this is totally weird. It's totally like off track. But have you ever heard seen the movie? It's with Matthew Perry and a guy who passed away. It's like
Heath Ledger?
no. It's they go through history. They're trying to be explorers and they're trying to beat what's it called again? I need the internet for this. Give me a moment. Matthew Perry.
Okay.
Founding father stuff. Matthew Perry.
Mm.
Founding fathers, am I calling that right?
I don't know, man.
What was it? Explorers. Matthew Perry Explorer movie. Almost Heroes. There we go. It's a 1998 comedy with Chris Farley and Matthew Perry. And yeah, so this is totally off track, but the song they used for the Oshima Yuko history package, I always remember as Chris Farley, who's hungry as hell, and he sees a bald eagle's eggs, and he's climbing up a tree, and you hear this song just da 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 da. He's just climbing up the tree with all his might because it's big.
Wow.
And
Interesting.
every time he gets the egg, the eagle comes back and he's like, "Oh God, oh God!" And then he finally gets the egg, and then he breaks it on the ground. So it's like
That is the oddest comparison I think we've made yet on the show. But it's interesting.
He does this 3 times, and every time he does climb the tree, you hear this song again. So I heard this song, and it's like this always pops in my head when I heard that movie. So I couldn't take it seriously when I see a Yuko just having hardships, crying, laughing, doing
with that song.
Yeah, doing the joke with Daikirai and then just Daikirai, just stuff like this. And then Suki just having fun on that side. So sorry, got off track there.
Not right.
It's all right.
So we had the video package. Yuko is out there in her dress. They do Kiyomade no Melody with original Team K showing up.
Oh yeah, Akimoto.
That was pretty good to see.
Pretty fun.
Okay, then we get to Sogen no Kiseki. Is that the one, or is it the next one? So I'm wondering.
Which one? With the names or?
No, it's Sasai that they
Yeah.
do all the
Okay,
handshaking. if I remember.
yeah. So they do that one, and then they go the longest song ever.
Yeah.
I counted. It takes 23 minutes in total
Wow.
until that
Wow.
song ends.
Wow.
That's insane. And
Well,
yeah,
I was gonna say before we get into that, just really quickly, and I'm backtracking here because I just remembered. I thought that this concert would have been really good to have Team K's "How Come," because I thought that
Oh,
song
yeah.
was such like an underappreciated powerhouse like dance song, and it would have been fun to see Team K members bust into that, especially if they had the original like the graduate second gen members do it instead of the little slower Kiyomare no Melody, or whatever. I thought "How Come" would have been a much more appropriate song, but that's just me because I like dance songs. As far as Sasei goes, the thing with the handshake, I thought it was a cool idea. But here's the thing. I really wish that everyone would have been mic'd. I wish Yuko would have been mic'd because I think that's the one complaint I've heard over the past couple years about this concert is that she wasn't mic'd. I want to know what was said. I understand that it's done in the true spirit of handshake events. You don't necessarily hear what people are saying in that booth to each other unless you're like the girl or the guy right behind the person in the booth. But at the same time, I feel like because if you were a person sitting in that stadium after this whole huge concert, you'd probably like, all right, can we just,
you hear
keep
the
going?
same melody going.
You're gonna go nuts.
I'm like, and it's raining. It was raining at that point, so you're just sitting
Right.
there.
Yeah.
It's torture. It's kind of like what they did with Takamina's graduation concert with Sakura no Hanebi Tachi.
Oh yeah.
Like
Ding
they kept
dong,
doing
ding dong,
yeah,
ding
the
dong,
time.
dong.
it's like just no. Can we not do that? Can we do something else? But this kind of reminded me of that.
The highlight for me during all the handshakes is like you have someone that go crying all out. They have like this whole history, and then Power shows up, and she's like, "Yeah," just
No, did you? I liked Kitahara was like, all right, whatever, and then Sashi gave her the look like we're gonna fight or something. Like they were like being like serious,
No,
but it was fake, of course.
No, Yuko ignored her, I think.
What? Who?
Well,
Sashi?
Yeah, Sashi came up and she's like, just go away. It's like she didn't want
Well,
to.
no, but
Yeah?
right, but Sashi like gave her this like look and was like looking at her like. It looked like they were pretending to be like fake mad, and then the Sashi waved off, and then of course when Kojihara gets there, she tries to plant one on her, and of course
it's like fails on the side. No, it's pretty good with some histories they have with certain members, but also you see influence, like again Goto Moe showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Because of her, she's in AKB, and all the influence going over there. Oshima Yuko now have to carry on the Oshima name. I could just name so many because it's very touching, but again, like you said, if only she was mic'd, that would have been so much better.
Like and then Yukirin and Saichan, like they just tower over Yuko. So does Kojiharu, and then and it's kind of funny to see that like up close like that. But then also, I don't know why, but like, because this didn't need a mic, but when when it finally came to her, I don't know if I was crying because I was just happy the darn handshake event was over, or I was just emotionally destroyed at that point. But I remember first watching it, and like when they hug, you're just like, or no, they shook hands. No, they shook hands. No, I can't remember now.
They hugged.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times. Yeah, but I just remember feeling very overwhelmed at that point because it was like. Takamina, that look in her face, and then from the documentary how Takamina seems so burned out at this point from graduations. She was just like, yeah, it was coming. It's just like Takamina has already put up that shield. She was basically like, I don't want to I don't want to deal with this. But you just tell, like, in that moment, it was like, even though we're just doing this for the fans, I really am gonna miss you. You know, it was a beautiful moment. So even for all those 20 minutes of hinting, it was worth it for that one last moment between Soken Toku and number 2 of AKB.
Yeah, they mentioned it later, like they had like a special show, Takamina and
Yeah.
Yuko.
Mm-hmm.
They never go out on personal any events.
Never.
But every time, and I noticed this, every concert they do, usually you see them do MC together, and they also like control, because you had, of course, Sokantaku, but as Vice, I would say as Vice Sokantaku, if that was a thing. Yuko was the one. She will always go to a Vice.
Yeah, I mean, look at how many times we've heard like Achan would like get sick or get hurt. Jurina would have to step in, but it was Yuko that had to carry them. Like if we remember the Saitama was it? No, it was no, Sabodome.
Yeah,
Sabodome when Achan had her hyperventilation fit, and then they had that huge break at the end, and they were all trying to get their air. It was Yuko who, you know, pretty much was nearly dead at that point, delirious. And what did she do? She's the one that went out with Takamina. She's the one that held them together until Achan could make it for that encore. And it's like that just shows you how much of a powerhouse Yuko was with Takamina. It was always those two. You have the three. You have Achan at the head. You have Takamina controlling stuff. You had Yuko as the one that made it all work. You know what I mean? And it's like when you take away your number 1, number 2, number 3, it's just you're left with Sashi. not disparaging Sashi, but it's just like
it's different now.
So different. It's so different because Sashi has to be all 3 of those girls and one as one person. She has to be the manager. She has to be the icon. She has to be the one that makes it all work. And you can tell, like, Sashi, on top of that, is the promoter. She's the one going out to all the variety shows, you know, repping not only just herself, she always reps AKB. And it's like she had to do it all. And I'm surprised she hasn't collapsed yet under that weight, you know, and she hasn't left already. I mean, she has nothing else to prove at this point. But Yuko, Takamina, and Achan all shared that heavy burden of the crown back in the golden era. And Yuko was the key, man. And let's not forget the song that we all remember, AKB. Most people, you know, just general people remember Heavy Rotation. It's no other song. It's Heavy Rotation. That's why I picked it for my best, because it's the one song you can define with AKB that most people will sing and know, and it's been copied to infinity. You know, that song. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're saying goodbye to all that. We're saying goodbye to the girl who was at the head of that in this final moment. So it's very overwhelming.
Well, yeah, very good to say on that note. Pretty much they then ended, they said goodbye to her. You see Mia's outside crying her eyes out. They finish up with Heavy Rotation, and then she's bye-bye, going wet. And then for some reason, that's always weird to me, Laboratory Retriever. Let's do that one.
Yeah. Oh,
it's like, huh? Like,
what?
Just say goodbye to her. She left. It's cool. Like, that would have been a good goodbye. But no, they do Laboratory.
Nope. And that's it. I think we still messed up. Again, 2 hours and 42 minutes currently.
Oops.
Remember when I said we're doing this show like once an hour and it's just maximum?
Yeah.
Forget all that.
The time limit has been thrown overboard pretty much.
Yeah, so let me know in the comments if I think I've been slacking on this one, on notes, compared to the documentary. But a concert, it's very hard to keep notes and keep it...
Yeah. You enjoyed the music too much, I would say.
Yeah, so that's the difference. We're gonna do something different next week with a review. It's a tie-in with this one, but we were talking about Mecha Ike, and we're gonna review the special Oshima Yuko graduation Mecha Ike travel show that she had to do.
Oh, right.
Oh, awesome.
So a little different on that side, but hopefully it will be fun. And it will be easier to watch since it won't be only an hour or something like that, not 7 hours of my life. But yeah, we'll look forward to that next week. Before we go, do we still have anything to mention before we say goodbye?
For me, just again repping my NECRONOMIDOL tour that I'm putting together. coming to Los Angeles on December 15th, and they'll be touring up the West Coast. For the Los Angeles VIP show, there's still a few tickets left, and I am doing a current giveaway. The next person to buy an Ultra VIP ticket gets one free. So,
wow.
but yeah, we still have about 4 left. I want to sell this thing out. So if anybody's watching this, like I said, the very next person that buys one gets a free ticket. So please do go and check out this. This is for a good cause. NECRONOMIDOL is, they're very excited to come to the U.S. And even though they're not AKB related, they're idol related. Let's support them because this is a good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
DX, anything?
Nope.
All right then.
Sadly.
Then thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk. We'll see you next time, people. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. See you later.